Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Season 5 Ocarina of Time Randomizer Tournament Losers Bracket match. Today we have Mr. Martin hailing on the left side of the screen, all the way from Costa Rica. On the right side of the screen, we will have RyuuKane hailing from France. Woo! Commentating this exciting match today, we will have none other than Jess and Melrose. Tracking today, we will have Shannock and Kat. Yes, Tobias, I will not mute comms today, so let's get ready to rumble. Take it away, comms.
Well,
that was a very good intro. You know what? Simon said he told us get ready for that intro. He delivered. How about that?
Yeah, I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say after that, really. I mean, what else can we really add to the commentary after that? It's only downhill from here.
I propose we just don't.
Yeah, let's just leave. You guys don't need commentary.
If we can't go higher, we inadvertently make it go lower. So if we leave, it's a level plane, right?
All right. Well, hi Mel. Good day.
Hi. Hello, Jesse.
Yeah, you're also hailing from very windy Europe right now.
It is so windy over here right now.
We are delivering this commentary to you from honestly a climate disaster area. It's very dangerous right now.
Edge of humanity right now. At any moment, our internets could go out, but
not mine, but yours. Yeah.
Okay, it's not about us. It's about Mr. Martin and RyuuKane. We are in the losers bracket, round number 3. I want to say this is.
Yeah. And you know what?
Number 3.
Let's hope that this race will just be as stormy and unpredictable as the weather here.
Indeed, let's go. We're going to count down in 5 seconds. That's what the timer on the screen says. I don't know about...
Yep. It's a bit
am
late,
I behind?
I think. No,
okay.
I think we're just starting a little bit later. I can see the countdown on their screen now. Minus 10 seconds. So, which is not completely synced up, but it's okay. And RyuuKane is off. Martin is off too. Okay, there you go.
So both our races started off with Minuet of Forest that enables you to warp directly to Sacred Forest Meadow. I'm surprised Mr. Martin is opting to... Actually, you know what? I think it's a good idea what Mr. Martin does. He's going to do it at the end of Lon Ranch.
Yep. Saves you walking. Regardless of where you end up. You can check the warp. You already know where you spawn, but you can just warp away. It's a slightly more efficient way of doing it. I like what Mr. Martin is doing.
I
don't think he's going there.
Seconds ahead. So, Mr.
He's grabbing hints.
No, he's going to get rupees from the drawbridge and then go to Lon Ranch. This is a fairly. We have a DCs on the path to King Dodongo, ladies and gentlemen. That's a funny little tidbit of information. And Sacred Forest Meadow. Oh my god! I know I'm a bit ahead apparently, so I'll let the chat see it for themselves. Did y'all just see that?
Was it foolish or on the path? I don't actually know.
Sacred Forest Meadow is foolish. So both Serenade and Prelude are gonna be in Sacred Forest Meadow. I've never seen that before.
Funny, but honestly, having Preludes in Sacred Forest Meadow Adult is kind of nice. Well, it could be something else technically, right? Couldn't it be Sun Song if there's nothing in the grave?
So I've just been asked to refresh.
Okay, I already did.
And I accidentally nearly called somebody when I was doing that, so... Am I still in the call? Okay, we're fine.
Yeah, you're fine, we're fine. Wait, can it not be Sun Song on Foolish SFM as well if there's nothing in the grave?
That it doesn't matter because Sun Song gives you that check, therefore it cannot be Foolish because it's only as it doesn't lead to anything.
As in, I just wanted to point it out for the chat. I just wanted to for us to show off our combined knowledge of the game, definitely. Kind of funny though. Mr. Martin in the ranch and the RyuuKane in Cookie Forest. And then they're going to swap places in a moment.
So as I was saying, it's a fairly standard opening route for Child and Kakariko to go over to the drawbridge to collect your money and then take it through to Lon Ranch. You can collect 10 rupees for the Chickens minigame from Malon's room. There are 2 pots there, both containing a green rupee, a blue rupee.
Yeah.
And that's the 10 rupees you need, but might as well just carry this extra money you have with you, because also in Lost Words you've got the Deku Scrub to contend with. RyuuKane managed to get a huge rupee, I guess, at some point, and some bomb chew. He's immediately walked
this
over
is
to SFM.
foolish. We know this is foolish.
Could be more chews.
Is it really worth using a chew for potential?
It's not a great play, I'll admit. But there could be extra chews in order for it. It could be the Begorn Sword. That's jokingly an extra half hour taken off her time. We'll see what it is.
It's a bloopy, which is literally nothing. And he already is rupee capped. Well, you know what? It's a good thing that they're doing it this way, because it's kind of immoral to break into Madeline's room. Honestly, I think it's kind of weird for a boy to break into a young girl's room like that to steal her money. She's probably saving up for something nice, and you're just taking her money.
Well, outside of that, I mean, Mr. Martin. Of course, the temptation would be to play Minuet immediately, but Mr. Martin, the more smarter of the openers, decided to warp over to Sacred Forest Meadow after getting the song, which I believe was Bolero. I was talking about something else at the time, but Bolero and Minuet, those are some fantastic songs to get before you go adult.
It really is. And, once they're done with their child stuff, you can just play Serenade and take the owl right over to the castle.
That's right, yeah. We don't have much in the way of something that can help you manipulate time of day, so trying to make sure that it's daytime so they can get back to market is a consideration they'll have to make.
Yeah, but that will be easy as well for Martin, because he barely shoved time of day forward because he only had to walk to Long Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
While the run for RyuuKane will be slightly longer, but I think both of them should be okay to make it for daytime. Might be a bit side on RyuuKane's side though, because by the time you get to the ranch, it is not far from nighttime. And there's still a small run in Hegelia you have to go through.
Well, it's the difference of... RyuuKane has those bomb chew, which Mr. Martin will eventually get. I believe they're in Mido's house.
Yes.
And there is a question to be made. Do you take advantage of those chew, or do you leave that for your adult stint? But I guess predominantly the question is, when you play Serenade to inevitably take the owl back to market, do you do the rest of Lake Hylia? And if you do, is that going to leave you vulnerable to not getting to market in good time? Now with the bomb chew, you could save after setting up Scarecrow Song and take those chew into the field and perhaps do some save scumming, where you save before you use the item and you reset without saving, so you get all those explosives back.
Yeah, but then you reset your time of day back to where you saved.
Yep. And if you do it quick enough, that should be a decent time of day, so...
It could be. It's hard to say. I think with the runs they've done towards Long Ranch, if you're going to set up your Scarecrow and stuff, I don't think you're ever going to make it in time for the owl at that point. Because that's really cutting it short. I
don't remember the timing for the owl. I just know that as it turns nighttime and you talk to the owl, that isn't enough time for you to reach Graveyard and talk to Dampe.
Anyway, Martin here to pick up his bomb chews. And a bug bottle. We kind of missed that last time, but there it is.
So one thing I guess is worth mentioning is that Mr. Martin kind of missed a trick there. You really should open up your large chests before you pick up the small ones, because if there's a wallet, then you get the full benefits of a huge rupee you might pick up as well. It's a small thing. Oh wait, RyuuKane accidentally stopped Hot Rodder just short of the tunnel. So he's had to use a second one.
Yeah, it's 2 chews wasted actually already at this point. One for SFM and one here.
It is unfortunate that RyuuKane... I guess you can just peek the one Death Mountain Trail, but you need 4 explosives to reach the chests at the end of the Goron Maze here.
Yeah. You can't peek it either as a child.
Okay, so disregard what I said. Even if that big chest was a wallet, Mr. Martin was about to pick up another huge rupee, so what does it matter?
Also, the big chest though, but I imagine RyuuKane saves comes here, right?
Oh, absolutely. He wouldn't have done this.
Oh, that was a strength in front? I think that was.
Gerudo Training Grounds Final is a strength.
Jesus. They read so fast.
So that is most likely going to be strength 2 locked. Logic-wise, you can... The chances of you being able to reach that without needing strength 2, it's fairly good odds. You just need to make sure there's not more than 3 keys behind that, absolutely. And then if there's less than 2, You just need to hope that you have your other items on hand to
Yeah. And now RyuuKane has to make the run over to Long Ranch. Oh, Martin going for fishing, so we can see it's already getting twilight. I don't think there's enough time to get to Hyrule Castle in time now.
If I had to guess, maybe...
I imagine he's going to do Southfield.
Yeah, there's an option to perhaps do Open Grotto and save in there. By the time you save in there, it would be nighttime long enough. So that it's not a huge amount of time you're waiting for the drawbridge to come back down.
He might check... I think it's unlikely knowing Martin's playstyle, but he might check the valley as well.
I guess we should talk a little bit about how we know both these runners. You are fairly good friends with Mr. Martin.
Yeah, probably one of my closer friends within the community, so I definitely know him quite well. And I watch his stream a lot, so I'm very familiar with his playstyle.
And I don't know how this came to be, but I'm the low person on Mr. Martin. I didn't think Mr. Martin would crack the top 32, but not only did he do that, he did it
top 16 now.
Pretty comprehensively. So he made me look a fool, and all the narratives I had about him maybe lacking the focus and the consistency was just, nope, it's just bad luck. And he's actually a very good runner, and he's proven that already with some...
Yeah. Well, I was quite optimistic about him because before the tournament started, I was pretty certain he was going to do well because I think these settings really suit him. And in his practice games, he was looking pretty strong as well. So I figured it was a good chance he was going far. But he's top 16 now, regardless of what's happening in this match. So we'll see what happens after this.
Now, with that said, everyone looking at RyuuKane's seeding might assume that he's not a particularly big heavyweight of the tournament. Don't let that fool you. RyuuKane had an incredible run in Season 4. He got about as far as, I think, at least losers semifinals.
Yeah, he got far.
So at least a top 5 finish from RyuuKane, and there was a lot of expectation, not expectation, that's the wrong word, but a lot of hype going into what RyuuKane could do in the qualifiers. Now, unfortunately, him and Season 5 settings just haven't clicked. Something got lost in translation, and RyuuKane's strength of skill set just hasn't translated particularly well. Because if you are up to date with what RyuuKane's been doing recently, we have the Ocarina of Time League that uses different settings, and RyuuKane recently has been absolutely killing it.
Yeah, he's been stomping it. Yeah, he's really good in it.
We have two incredibly good races here, and it has to be said as well, RyuuKane has got past some pretty tough competition to reach this match with Mr. Martin too. I believe he had to go through Ice 9 to get here. Ice 9 was a dark horse to go really far in the tournament, so...
Sure. And it's funny in a way that you mention it because RyuuKane was really good in Season 4 and, the settings haven't really clicked with him, but it's the reverse from Mr. Martin. I think a lot of people at the start of Season 4 were like, Mr. Martin could do really well, and we kind of all know how that run went. It just didn't go anywhere, really, unfortunately. I think he got into top 32, and I've just eliminated immediately from the tournament. And this year, it's the opposite way around. The people kind of, had low expectations, but the settings just click better for him. It's kind of funny. So in a way, these two players are a bit of their inverses.
We have Kakariko on the path to Phantom Ganon.
So did you see the foolish hint, by the way? Haunted Wasteland is foolish. A great hint.
Yeah, that was in the remote grotto, I believe.
Yeah.
One thing I want to make a note of as well, I didn't notice this at the time, but Mr. Martin actually saved just as it turned nighttime. So this was actually time of day manipulation to reach Dampe digging.
Yep, which is clever.
I'm gonna be very interested to see how Martin makes up the time. I assume this will be a trip up Death Mountain Trail.
Yeah, I imagine it will be. It's interesting for sure, and this is definitely something I come to expect from Mr. Martin. His routing tends to be pretty creative. Like he's really good at coming up with little strategies on the fly. Time of day is like this. I'll go do this. This thing that make you go oh, that's clever. His routing early game tends to be really strong most of the time.
And forget doing Death Mountain Trail. We just got ourselves a Zor River path hint for Queen Goma.
Yeah,
which is definitely something you don't want to put off until you go adult. That's something you want to chase as a child right here, right now. If that's the Kiwi sword, you want to take advantage of that immediately.
Yeah, and I mean we have 9 bomb chews, so there's nothing stopping us from going there.
Now, even though we're not supposed to access the Zor River as a child, we can access one check as an adult. So there is a check in there available within logic, even though we're not supposed to be able to access there quite yet as a child. We've got the ice arrows from Dampe Diggin.
Disrespects, not even picking them up for the memes. And so far, this
Mr.
graveyard
Martin-
play not working out.
So something I want to note as well, Mr. Martin immediately deciding if there's a small chest outside of his, like if he has to go out of his way to open a small chest, he's made it quite obvious he's not interested.
Yeah, and
So-
we're looking to be skipping the river here.
No, this might just be the quickest way for him to get to the river.
From Kakariko, surely it would be faster to backwalk.
Well, he was in the graveyard, so
Yeah, but still, I mean,
it's
Oh, you
probably
mean-
negligible. It's
yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably faster, but it's not gonna make a huge difference. Yeah,
Wait,
he
you
is
need
going
to-
there. Oh, is he? Huh?
I think he's waiting for time of day to go. Okay, there's the duplicate hint. It is in Hyrule Castle, so RyuuKane also knows that now as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm interested why Mr. Martin's gonna hang out around here. I
Oh,
would've-
Kakariko on the
okay.
way to Path Morgana is a good hint,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Also, so Mr. Martin is going for a small chest here. Okay, well, I guess the one in the graveyard is just one. He decided
Yeah,
from the start, I'm not interested. So RyuuKane now does have a time of day to save warp and go to Dampe if he wishes to.
Yeah,
And
we
now
are
that he
going-
has...
Mhm.
Go ahead. Oh, we
No,
are
no.
going to the river now,
We're
yeah.
going to the river. He just wanted that hint, I guess.
Maybe he was indecisive about whether or not it was worth using the bomb shoe.
I also think that, with time of
like
day
Martin.
being what it is, by the time he gets to the river and when he's done with it, it'll still be daytime, so it's not really going to matter that much.
I would have expected a dip into Death Mountain Trail followed by Serenade into this, but maybe Mr. Martin knows time of day would be a bit rough, and I don't have that experience. We got Requiem of Spirit was hinted, but I didn't see where. Ooh, Gerudo Valley is on the path to Bongo Bongo, and I believe that was a second Kakariko path hint. Now, I didn't catch which. I'll have a quick look at chat. Someone else may have caught it.
Back
To Baronade. Okay.
Yeah. Good call, chat. Chat, how are you so good at reading all of these hints? How do you do it?
Stop being so good, chat. You make us look bad.
Can you read that fast? I can't. I just can't do it. Like some runners, they see bloop, they just click it away. I'm like, well, how could you read that? But they know. It's really impressive. It's just the XR. Well, it's also other people. Oh, look at that. That's a hook shot, isn't it? It is.
So we have an out of logic hook shot in Zora River, which is Wave a Hill for Queen Goma. That is a very peculiar.
Well,
Chain
let's
of
wait. Maybe
items,
this there could still be something else in the river. Let's be real.
Oh, absolutely. But this
But,
check here is out of logic for now. You are required to have a bomb bag or a scale.
Yeah.
Or for at least for the child. For the child to be able to reach that, you need a scale or a bomb bag to get here.
Right. Yeah.
It's possible with the adult, but it's not in logic until you have hover boots.
There's a good chance there's one in Gerudo's Valley, which is also hinted to Wave the Hero now. There's a good chance there's a bomb back there. I mean, it's on the way to Baronade, so it could of course just be a boomerang. But considering how much the bomb bag logs, it's not unlikely.
I can't see what that is in Death Mountain.
I think a
Fatal
blue
Wall.
rupee.
It didn't look important. We have
It
Saria
looked like a
Song.
blue pea.
So we already have both of our Forest Temple access.
Yeah, we do actually.
So our Phantom Ganon hint isn't going to refer to the song required to reach the temple, so that's of note.
Mm-hmm.
We also saw a prelude was in Sacred Forest Meadow, but we could predict that with Sacred Forest Meadow being
Yeah,
foolish.
you call that right away.
We also got ourselves a Bigoron is foolish.
Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, no one RyuuKane is off to the river. We'll have to do the more tricky jump to get to it, but should be no issue for runners of these caliber to get that. They'll know the setup. I'm almost completely certain.
Okay, so what's this last item here? It's a piece
Okay,
of
so
heart.
So that is almost certainly then going to be the
It's
hook shot.
It's
There could
very
be frogs
likely.
too. It could be frogs, but
It could only be Frogs 1, yeah.
Yeah,
When you
Frogs
say
1, so
Frogs
yeah.
2, I knew the English grammar you were using, and you were correct. But English is a dumb language, so
It's so confusing because the Song of Storm is the last one in the list, right? So that's why I always consider that one to be Frogs 2. Oh well. RyuuKane sees that hook shot. I'm like, I want that. That's tasty. And there you
so
go.
there is a setup for a jump you can make. Now this, what RyuuKane is doing right now, isn't considered in logic. He's going to make one S turn left, and that should give him... Oh, okay, we'll go back.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
So I believe it's 5 or 6 side hops.
6.
Okay, it's 6. 90-degree turn to the right. And then one S turn to the... Oh, he's going to S turn this. Okay. One S turn to the left. And for some reason, jumping against the wall gives you some additional...
Only at a certain angle, though. That's what needs to be said.
Yeah, it's something that we can exploit to reach ledges we're not supposed to be able to reach.
Fire Temple to the boss room is another good example, which you probably have used like without even realizing it, because the wall there's at a strange angle, so you can almost like just get it by luck. I for the longest time just thought you were just like it was just intentional. You could jump to it. I did it as a kid even. I was like, oh, you can just jump over there. Never realized you had to, that it wasn't meant to be doable.
So it's interesting to note. I should probably explain what an S turn is, but I'm watching Mr. Martin, and okay, he got it.
An S turn's a shield turn, right?
An S turn is so you've heard of hessing and wessing. These are all these tricks you do when you speedrun the game, which are how people gain a lot of speed. Usually requires recoiling off a bomb explosion and letting the momentum from that carry you. Now, if you want to turn while you're in the middle of one of those super slides, you have to slowly manipulate the control stick left and right, and that's the only way you can get those turns in.
Right, and
What they
it might be
refer
worth
to as
explaining.
S-turning.
It might be worth explaining why that works. So, if you move the control stick just a little bit off the center, Link will face will turn into that direction rather than moving in that direction, and that's why it works, because you're not actually moving. So that's how you can extend the super slide. The super slide ends the moment you start actually moving, but because you're just changing your rotation, you can change the angle of the super slide. But that's OOT speedrunning stuff. But yeah, it is relevant for S turning, right?
So that's what we refer to as an S turn. There's not much documentation on it because it's usually intrinsic to these super slides you do. So I remember when I was looking at guides and it said like, yeah, do this and do one S turn. I'm like, what's an S turn? Like, no one tells you that. So we kind of overlooked the fact that Mr. Martin managed to continue into the domain and picked up the mirror shield and the fire arrows, whereas RyuuKane opted to do the river as adult, which to RyuuKane's to his benefit, it wasn't a Kokiri sword there. So going adult and picking up the hook shot isn't gonna impact him.
I like this play here by Mr. Martin, by the way.
This is a very intelligent play right now. He doesn't know what's on the crater cone, so why would you not just buy some beans and plant them where you can?
Yeah, and now we're off to go adult. A bit of a longer run, but I would say it's slightly more efficient on his end.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine he plants beans here now that he's got the hook shot.
No, there's no point.
But for Death Mountain Crater, absolutely. It's a fantastic foresight and plan. Time of day he's looking a bit... He should be fine.
Ooh, hover boots in the mid-mill.
Now, those hover boots put the hook shots into logic.
They do.
And you know what Kakariko's on the path to?
To Baronate?
Phantom Ganon.
Oh, that too, yes.
So it is very, very possible that we could see the hover boots being Wave a Hero to get the hook shot.
Oh, Melrose, what is this Wave the Hero thing you're talking about?
Half of a hero, my apologies.
Still makes no sense, that rename. It really doesn't. But it's all good.
But yes, there's already a path where Kakariko and the path to Phantom Ganon has already been satisfied. We really need to see where our strength and our bows come up. But if we find the long shot and you needed the hook shot to reach that, then we know exactly why Kakariko's way the hero for Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, there's still, of course, an edge case that we'll find like a bomb bag in Sphere 0, which completely throws all of that out of the water, because then it's already accessible as child.
Something I
For
want to
scale.
draw people's attention to. Watch RyuuKane as he does Dampé Racing here. A lot of people ask, how do you improve with movement? And a lot of the things that RyuuKane does here is going to demonstrate that. Trying to stay as close as you can to corners, not roll past them, not make any unnecessary rolls you don't have to make. Because it makes sense that as humans, we plan our turns as characters as if we carry the same momentum we have in real life. But the reality is, Link just turns on the spot. So you
Yeah,
don't
he does.
have to compensate for that momentum. So a lot of the time we get lazy and we go around corners as if it'd be us running around that corner. We have G-forces pushing us in one direction. But
Yeah.
a good way of improving your movement in this game is to detach yourself away from real life physics of running around the game and realizing I just want to approach the corner at an acute angle and make the turn as quickly as possible. Get your line and stick to that line. And RyuuKane did a pretty good job of demonstrating that. And I'm sure Mr. Martin will do the same.
Yeah. Also, I love that. That was like, I feel like, Melrose, honestly, that whole thing you just said is kind of a memeable, if I'm honest with you. Letting go your human physics.
I said detach yourself. If you're going to meme me, meme me
Detach yourself
correctly.
from human physics, yeah. Honestly, that's even better, Melrose.
So Mr. Martin is, I'm guessing after reading the Gerudo Valley path hint, is opting to just immediately rush that instead of go adult.
I have a question for you about the seed. I want to get your input as a runner. If you get Epona's song, how tempting does GTG become in this situation?
Not
Because I feel there's
particularly.
a couple of things.
Pushing you there with the hook shot and the strength being in the center chest.
Well, right now, Dodongo's Cavern probably... I fancy myself going to Dodongo's Cavern first and
I
clearing
get
out
that,
what I
but
can in
logically
there.
you can't go there yet, right? That's the thing.
I mean, who cares for logic? If you go up to logic, you can sort it out later. That looks like a bow on top of Dodongo's Cavern there.
It did look like a bow. Well, that makes GG more interesting, though, having a bow.
That does make GTG the more appealing in the long run.
In the long run, yeah,
But
of course
for
you're
now-
gonna go. Yeah, of course you're gonna go DC. I don't mean like right now, but I just mean long term. Also, Mr. Martin going back out into the field wants to go check out that Wave the Hero, Path the Hero Gerudo Valley hint.
Sorry, what's that? Do you say what's
I said Path. I said Path.
I must be hearing things. I could have swore you said way.
Nah, it's my Dutch accent.
Why? Because W's in Dutch is pronounced like a PATH, right? It's
No, the you know the W and the P, you know, they're kind of overlappable. No, I probably said like something that sounded like Path the Hero, and then you felt like, oh, it's Path, you know. But you know, who knows?
It is a bow. We have a
Yeah.
bow available to us. That strengthens the idea that path to Phantom Ganon does indeed lead to the hookshot.
Yeah.
I will say GTG would be appealing if only to chase stuff that is behind that hookshot.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm feeling GTG's a good play, because you have the hookshot, but you know, for example, well, now with the bow, it's a bit more appealing, but before that, you know, there's nothing you can get there other than one check. Two checks. But now with the bow, you can obviously do the core chart and everything.
I think the bow would be a very good idea for RyuuKane after this. Now, RyuuKane is opting to immediately open
Yeah.
the mouth of Dodongo. Well, I don't know what you call this, but Dodongo's skull. Also, I guess we should point towards Mr. Martin. He is now in Gerudo Valley, which is on the
Yeah.
path to Bongo Bongo. So let's see
I
what we
didn't
get
mention he
here.
was going there. Ooh, a Rudo's letter. Now that is interesting.
So that to me suggests that Nocturne is going to show up in Ice Cavern.
Or Din's fire inside of Jabu could also be an option.
Or magic, yeah.
Yeah, or
But
magic.
that is rotten for Mr. Martin because he has already gone to domain and done the checks there. That is
Yeah, that is
frustrating.
really.
It's
Yeah.
You just hate that. When you see something like that, you go like, fuck.
So 20 skulls has just been hinted. We will not be needing to get 20
Oh,
skulls.
look at that.
Okay.
That's a bomb lock bomb. Well, strength lock bomb back.
Yep. So that is, according to the path hints, the only available logical bomb bag in the game right now.
Yep. DC on the way to King Dodongo, right? So that bomb bag could be the only thing that it could even hint at, because there's nothing else logically logging it. So,
but with that said, usually if something locks the only available bomb bag in the game, it's not too difficult to work backwards from that and realize, okay, where's the item I needed to get that? Right. So in this case, there's a strength
in GTG. But is that really the one they're hinting at? I don't know.
It could be a hammer as well, I guess. I've just seen the chat suggest a hammer. It could definitely be the hammer as well.
Yeah, that's true.
No reason why it couldn't be one or the other. But there are so few checks that are locked behind the bomb bag that it's going to make it pretty easy. So, yeah, potentially chickens. That's a Sphere 0 check that often gets ignored in the grand scheme of things.
Oh god, chickens. You know who will not be doing that? Mr. Martin. He hates chickens. In fact, his emote, his only emote, is a no chicken symbol. So,
okay then, well, how prepared is he to die in that hill? Because it might be a really good idea.
Very. No, he'll always tell me something like, if it's chickens, I lose. And if that happens, then we'll have something funny to say to him during the interview. So when you're Mr. Martin, you find that letter in Gerudo Valley after you've already been to Zora's domain. You just assume it's for Ice Cavern, right? And you just hope for the best.
I think you make the assumption it's Nocturne. I think if anything, Mr. Martin's just going to be frustrated that he's already done the domain stuff.
Yeah.
And it's ended up with... So we just had a look at the adult spawn of the adult, and it's right in the big pose. So straight back to the market anyway.
It's a budget prelude, which we don't need because we'll be able to get one real easy. That was a song on the creator.
Someone's asking what happens if both our racers absolutely refuse to do chickens and just grind to a stalemate.
They'll last location it eventually.
Yeah, I can assure you one of them will eventually do it. It'll be begrudgingly and reluctantly, but they're not going to go to Kakariko and stand there with an act of rebellious nature to say, no, I 100%.
You know what, Melrose? I would find it really funny, for example, if we ended up in the grand finals and one of the runners just instantly beanlines chickens and get a really good item from it. That would be the funniest thing, because one, it would be a meme play, but that works out. Like, just unhinted straight to chickens. Wouldn't that be so funny in the grand finals?
If someone beelines to chickens, they're probably not going to be in finals. I don't know how to break that to you otherwise.
You just imagine it. What the hell is with a sponge, for example, and just sponge immediately runs for chickens. I would laugh. I think it's funny.
Of course, with the bomb bag, that means RyuuKane can now fully complete Dodongo's Cavern. We knew there was going to be a bomb bag in there, more than likely.
Almost certainly.
It makes sense that both of runners are going straight to Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah, and I mean, when you see that hint, you're almost, you know what's next. You know it's a bomb bag, almost certainly. Or something that's going to lead you to one.
It's why I'm very interested that RyuuKane opened up the mouth with Bomb Chew immediately from the beginning.
Yeah, same.
Because the implication is that there's definitely going to be a bomb bag in here. Going to be.
Or it's something that leads you to it. Maybe that was his thinking, like, well, if there's not one here, then I can just quickly do... Well, yeah, I mean, you can do it with bomb chews, I guess. The dongle can be done with bomb chews. It's a swag way of doing it, but, it's definitely doable.
It has to be said, Mr. Martin might have had the option to hand in the letter so that he had a bottle available to him, but...
They have bugs. No, they already have a bottle.
Oh, right. Where was that again? It was Mido's house.
Mido's house. Yep.
Yeah.
So that wasn't necessary. Otherwise, he might have done it, but I don't think so. It's a bit wasteful to run there again.
So with the hover boots, it is entirely... Okay, we got a big chest in Kukiri Forest?
Kakariko Village. Oh, the hammer. Well, now that answers the question from earlier.
It's definitely strength that we're looking for.
Yep. But which one? Is there another strength in place somewhere? It could be from archery game. That was what I was thinking, because that's available.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be the strength in Gerudo Training Grounds. I can assure you that.
Yeah,
that's not the first one.
It could be, but it seems very unlikely.
Well, we don't have Epona song, so it's way out of contention at that point. Oh no, RyuuKane just missed with the rupees.
He had a spell moment, a Jesse moment.
Even you can't get your name correct, and you give me shit.
Yeah, I don't give you shit. I don't care. If you say spell, that's okay.
No worries, RyuuKane, it's fine.
True. Everyone has this happen to them sometimes. Like even Melrose here fails this sometimes. It happens.
It's the adrenaline of knowing you are in a hype race commentated by yours truly, Jesse and Melrose. Okay, Mr. Martin's got to 10 scores pretty quickly.
Yeah, he did that nighttime cack. That's paying off at this point. If there is something on those calls, of course, like it might be completely pointless. 20 is dead at least, so 30 and 50 as well. 40? Oh no. And of course, with CAC double wave the hero, I think going for 10 skulls at least is still a very, very sensible play. And one that Martin will be able to get right after he's done here. Do you think he'll get the back skull, like in the back of the DC to get the 10, and then he could just turn it on right after DC?
I don't think so. RyuuKane, it looks like that was only his third or fifth. I think
He
that's
has
his fifth.
4. He has 4. But he's behind for sure. But I mean, Forest Temple, it's a good source of them.
So Fire Temple is a stone. If that hammer is going to be Wave a Hero, then it implies either something is in Fire Temple or for Key Logic and Spirit Temple, which is why you need to get Requiem of Spirit from old dungeons.
Oh no, I hate Spirit Temple Key Logic. Melrose, if it comes down to that, I want you to explain it, okay?
I've just had a look at the stones as well, and hello, we love Waterstone.
I do love Waterstone.
Just keeps coming. Although this is the first time in a while I've seen Medallion Spirit Temple. Like Spirit Temple has been eluding the medallions for a while, but we got Spirit Temple now. That's cool.
I like that Water Medallion is also on the Sapphire, and the Fire Medallion or the Din's the Goron Ruby is also marked as Fire. It might not be that, but it's still funny. It's laid out that way.
Nice thematic.
Yeah, it's consistent.
Also, RyuuKane, I'm not surprised, has gone further into Forest Temple.
Yeah.
With the bow, he's got more access to the... Oh wait, with the hover boots, you can go across the...
Yep. Oh, well, don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah, that's a weird one there. Usually you don't want to be facing the wall because, as you just saw there, you end up jump slashing to get up into the ledge, but then you just end up hitting an object and you recoil backwards.
Yeah. Also, I really love what RyuuKane is doing here. I mean, this is something a lot of people forget about. But yeah, you just need the hover boots to get to the courtyard. That's one way of getting there.
So I recently learned that this is base logic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Which can't
That's
say
why
I
I like
agree
this
with.
play.
I can't say I agree with that being base logic. I know it would make more sense to me if the base logic was to push the blocks and use hover boots from the top.
Well,
And get down to this bit here, because that's it's not very lenient that angle that RyuuKane just took there.
I don't know. I think it's okay for it to be in logic because it's not really a trick, right? You're just kind of using your hover boots as intended.
Well, it's not intuitive. That's the
It's
argument
not
I would make.
intuitive. I agree with that, but it's not like a trick like a recoil jump or something like that, right? Like it's pretty straightforward, so it's just not intuitive.
It just
you're
means
not
that
really doing anything fancy.
Yeah. It just means that once upon a time, if RyuuKane had got anything from the Floor Master chest up there, I would have told you it was out of logic, but that's not true. The hover boots do put it into logic.
No, I would have corrected you. I was like, no, Mel, it's in logic, you dummy.
I'd say, no, you need strength to push the block so you can get to the top and hover across.
Yeah. If only that was the reality, Melrose, I would have felt pretty good about myself there. I'd be like, see, I know things too.
So right now, the bottleneck is looking very much like we need this cookie restored because Deku Tree gives you the Forest Medallion, and we still don't have Zelda's Lullaby.
I think Ice Cavern is almost certainly the play you want to make at this point.
You think Ice Cavern has Zelda's Lullaby? Oh, okay.
oh.
Wait a minute.
That was big.
That could be why.
That is the strength we're looking for sure.
That has to be? Yeah, okay,
Yeah, it has
so
to be.
that's a fantastic find for Mr. Martin. He's going to be able to do Forest Temple completely when he goes fast. That's worked out very nicely for him indeed.
Yeah, that skull routing, the decision to go back to Cactus and as a child during the nighttime, really paying off for him right now. That was really prescient of him. But it makes sense, you know, you have double Cack Wave the hero. Of course you're going to, you know, at least check 10 skulls as quickly as possible.
So from Kakavika, we've seen Song of Storms, we've seen the Hammer, we've seen
Song of Storms? Oh, you mean the check?
Yeah. Well, Song of Storms was vanilla.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. We've seen the hover boots. We've already seen a lot in Kakaviko, so
Yeah, Strength, Hammer, Song of Storms, and Hover Boots. It's kind of nuts. But it's a double wave, Path of the Hero, so...
So RyuuKane getting about as far as he could in Forest Temple. Next
we're in
best
Fire.
decision. Let's go to Fire Temple because
Yeah,
the hammer
yeah,
could just
hammer.
be path. Yeah, the hammer could be path to Phantom Ganon. So why not go looking for your strength in here?
Yeah, but
And you
Hammer's-
know, well, you know, you logically you need strength to go deeper into fire. So there's what 4 or 5 checks here you can do. That's in logic. So
what is Martin doing right now?
not using the hook shots to recoil up there is what I'm saying. There we go. We got it eventually.
Just a bit weird movement, but it's okay.
This is one of the most frustrating things to do if you don't get a first try, because trying to
It is.
eyeball the jump is so frustrating.
Yeah, it is awful.
Well, that's it. RyuuKane is now up to about 8 or 9.
Yeah, of course. You're going to get them eventually. And I mean, Forest Temple is a great place to get them. But honestly, would he be here if he had the strength from Kakuya? I don't think so.
Well, no, you'd be halfway through Forest Temple right now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would be. So, yeah, I mean...
Very,
you know,
very smart and clever I am.
But it's all good. It's all good.
So,
But fire being a stone does make this a little bit unfortunate, because this could just be completely straight up wasted time.
well, we know that there's the potential that it leads to strength, yeah.
Yeah, it's potential. I mean, we probably kind of already know now that the hammer is a red herring when it comes to the strength, at least, because there's another one available to us.
I just want people to... So, back to the Dampe race, I just want people to pay attention to Mr. Martin. There'll be times where he doesn't roll. He'll walk up to a corner and walk around instead. And these are the small things which all add up. And it's a bit too late now. He was doing it earlier and I couldn't get the word in to draw attention to it, but it's okay.
Okay. It'll still be a pretty fast Dampe, but it will, I think, around 50 seconds.
Nah, less than 50.
80... Nah, it's 50.
Okay,
Check
now
it
if he
out.
collides with the torch like
I knew it. I know how Martin runs this so well.
you watch
I've seen
Martin
it done.
too much if you can predict if he's going to hit the torch when it happens.
Well, no, but I just kind of know that his movement up that ramp is usually a little bit spotty for some reason. I don't know why. But it always is. He plays on a Nintendo 64 controller, by the way, the OG one. Did you know that?
I did not know that, no.
No, that's often. I think that's why.
Unfortunately, I don't know what RyuuKane plays on, but
I think just the GameCube controller. Someone in chat can probably confirm that. But I thought it was really funny. I don't know anyone else in the community that actually plays on a Nintendo 64 controller. I think there is someone else, but...
Spike more than likely would, given that.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably a good point. The OG, yeah, the original one. That also has notches in the control stick, right? Yeah.
I would say it's pretty miserable playing this game without notches. Oh, there's the boss key.
Yeah, there it is.
And hover boots was Wave a Hero too, so it could be, hey, you need hover boots to get to Volvagia. Of course, this is what RyuuKane is thinking. We know that's more than likely the strength we've just seen.
Yeah. But yeah, this could be a huge bait. It could, of course, pay off. There could be something there, but we'll see.
If you're RyuuKane and you're in a position where beating Volvagia just makes sense in terms of following the progression of items and wave of hero things you've been given. I don't think it's awful because Water Temple can be done pretty quickly. And if you can get your hands on Requiem, it's not a bad end result, honestly.
Yeah, well, RyuuKane does have a bottle to get those fairies, but his health is so low that he has to reset the game to get back to 3 hearts. Yeah, he doesn't have enough hearts to get the fairies.
He was trying to kill the key spare and get some heart drops, but as is the game, whenever you need something the most, it deprives you of that luxury.
Also, relying on the keys for anything is always a mistake. Keys are like literally programmed to make you feel miserable. And I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised that there's some line in the code somewhere that says like, if you have 1 heart, no fucking hearts for you. Keys. I wouldn't put it past Nintendo. The keys are honestly the worst. They seem to gang up on you when you really don't want them to. Like it's the worst.
One of the nice things about Fire Temple, of course, is the fact that you have pretty much everything you need to fight Volvagia. Right there in those 4 parts, you're given 2 bomb refills and 2 fairies. 1 you can catch, 1 you can use to heal yourself.
Yeah. Also, going through the boss door does reset your timer in case you were worried that you might not have enough time there.
And RyuuKane is going to need all the fairy because you can't get this done in. Or can you get it done in 4 hearts? Let me think.
No, I don't think it's possible. I think you need a fairy for 4 hearts. With 5 hearts, you can do it without.
I think it might be possible to kill Volvagia, but just not survive long enough to pick up the item and then walk in the blue wall.
Yeah, I think that's the issue, yeah. Also, I think it's doable, but I think you need to use the bomb chew strat. I don't think it's possible with bombs, but with bomb chews, you can do it much faster. You can save a whole cycle. Because look at the time, like there's no way this is going to work out.
Now, the one thing you don't want to do here is die just because if you die, the timer doesn't reset back. It will still be those seconds, and then you'll die from taking damage, and then you'll die because there was 4 seconds left on the counter.
Right, yeah. If the timer is only reset if you die from the timer. That's a really nasty little thing that you'll quickly learn if you ever fail on this one. I speak from experience, of course. Nice little hook shot there by Martin, aiming right at the exact spot, so you can just pull yourself up on the ledge. It's a bit faster.
Did he backflip onto the chest as well?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's the micro optimizations.
And Mr. Martin's going to do the jump slash. There it is. That's how you're supposed to do that.
Yeah, slightly more to the left, and you'll be fine.
Well, RyuuKane was approaching it at a different angle because he did the push block room into courtyard.
Right, yeah, but I think he just went up the ledge like too far to the right, and then you'll recoil too far.
Well, he
away.
just never had the angle to make it work. Honestly,
I don't know if that's true.
Well, yeah, because he jump slash and hit the wall and bounce back. That means you don't have the angle.
Well, yeah, but Martin also hit the wall. But like, if you go slightly more from the right, there's more distance between you and the wall, so you recoil less far.
It's a small thing.
Yeah, it's really small.
I missed it. Did Volvagia have a key? Or an item?
I don't know. I think a key. That's what I want to say. A key,
It was a key, okay.
I do pay attention, see?
To chat?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen,
okay.
If you commentate a lot, you'll learn to just pay more attention to chat than what the runners do, because it goes so fast.
Alright, so if you're RyuuKane, you probably fancy a Gerudo Valley play at this point.
Yeah, you do.
Because that could be your strength. But at the same time, it's Path, you know you need it. Also, you now have Song of Storms, and you have bombs, so why not have a trip to the well as well, I guess?
Yeah, it's not a bad play at this point. You really would rather not, because you want to have ZL and just do it in one go, but his options are running out, really.
Oh, one thing we should pay attention to is the fact that with Hookshot potentially being on the path to Queen Goma, we could see Kokiri Sword here in Forest Temple on Mr. Martin's side. So that's one thing to look out for. Mm-hmm. Also, Mr. Martin is purposely pushing these blocks 7 increments. I don't know what the term would be, but
7 pushes.
7 pushes. So by default, those pushes, like, the length of a block is like 6 pushes equals 1.
This sucks.
What happened? Oh, did he fall down? Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mr. Martin is going to push it just shy of barely poking out.
He's gonna
the
give
other
it 7
side.
pushes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that he can do this, you can with the hover boots.
And the bombs.
That's it. Get a ground jump, climb the block, and then hover over to the next level.
Yeah. It needs to be said though, you need to do this correctly, because if you are on top of the block and you run to the into the wall, you will void out immediately. So you need to keep your angles really straight here.
So RyuuKane picked up. Oh, sorry. You go ahead and finish your point now.
No, if you have a controller, just do like slide like turn inputs like some people have. Don't do this trick. It's just gonna be a disaster. So anyway, what about RyuuKane?
One other thing I forgot too, with the bomb bag, you can now do bomb tree bowling, and with that, RyuuKane managed to pick up another bottle, but
Blue fire.
but interestingly, it had blue fire in it. Yeah.
Yeah, which is very nice. You can with the blue bottle, not logically, but you can unfreeze King Zora now.
Correct. Yes. So if you get blue fire in a bottle, at no point does the logic of does the generator expect you to use that blue fire for any purpose other than immediately chucking it on the ground, because it's a dispensable item.
Yeah. Blue fire is only ever in logic with 3 wallets. Oh, with the wallet upgrades.
Yeah, it's finite. It's something you could waste. So
it's the same reason why bomb chews are in logic. Anything that is a consumable that you can run out of and not refresh on your own, that just doesn't count as logical.
Yeah, if the ammo available is perishable to 0, then it's never expected for you to use that as a means of furthering yourself in the seed.
That's why the wallet is such an interesting item, because that is actually the only way you can refresh those things, and that is why the wallet can lead to some extremely weird logic at times, like expecting you to buy a blue fire to unfreeze King Zora to get your hookshot. That happened to me once. But that was a pretty awful seed. But yeah, that's definitely an outcome. It can be for tunics, even for buying bomb juice, I think, right, from the carpet guy.
I don't. Well, you can always buy bomb chew from the shop and market anyway.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But that's only if you have a bomb bag. If you don't have a bomb bag, then it's never expected to buy bomb chew from the carpenter as logical explosives.
Oh, that would be cool though. That would be really interesting edge case.
You would need to have so much in logic for you to reach that carpenter. It'd be so seldom would it ever be relevant.
Yeah, but it would be cool if it did happen.
Cool is an interesting word for it. I would prefer obnoxious. That's the word I would use.
I already find freezing King Zora to be extremely obnoxious, to be honest. I would put it on the same level.
Right. As far as RyuuKane is concerned, you've got a decision to make now. Do you hand in the letter, or you just go adult and go ice cabin with it?
I honestly think that Mr. Martin might be kind of bailed out by finding it later on, because he can just go to ice cabin. I think ice cabin is what it wants you to do.
I was talking about RyuuKane. Did I say Mr. Martin?
I know. Okay. I was thinking, what I was trying to say is I think RyuuKane is going to get baited to go into main, turning in the letter, and there's not going to be anything there. Of course, the main is still a good play. There's a mirror shield there and fire arrows, but he might do Jabu or something.
The unfortunate thing here for RyuuKane is that he might be walking past the strength and being tunnel visioned on something beyond Zora's domain.
That is kind of what I'm afraid of as well. Oh, Martin?
What the heck? I've never seen that before from Martin's side. What a...
The jump, right? Yeah, I think it's possible, but I think he just kind of misaimed it.
I mean, I can't imagine there's ever a universe where that jump is quicker, so it must have been an accidental...
Yeah, I don't think
input.
So either.
But the way he really wrestled with his mortality, whether or not the model wanted to make the jump or not.
I mean, wouldn't you? When you do something like that, you'd be like, okay, all right, game. It do be like that sometimes. Have you missed Greg? I don't think we've seen Greg yet, have we, Melrose?
You mean Gwyneth?
Gwyneth? Well, we've renamed Greg?
No, it's always been Gwyneth.
Okay. We've turned Greg into a female to meet the diversity quotas of our
It's
streams.
the green winning yellow knot.
What? Wait, what was that last part?
It doesn't matter. So we got. I don't believe Mr. Martin did do charred
Yeah,
fishing
we've
because he
seen
saved
this.
some time of day. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, there's nothing here. Just some hard piece. Would have been nice if there was like a scale here. That would have been really useful for RyuuKane right now.
Save quitting from here. That's interesting. Where does the save quit put you again? It was
Kakariko.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna get the strength. He's got 10 rupees to hand it. No, RyuuKane. No.
He has 9, unfortunately.
Wait, he's only got 9. Oh,
Yeah.
I could have swore he had 10.
Unless he didn't update the thing, but he's going to well. I don't think there's any skulls you can get in well, right?
There is one, but it's dependent on a small chest being in the room with the like. And it's a very bizarre setup because essentially you're baiting the like into spitting you out so that you get launched into the skull token.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a way to kill the skull token regardless.
If it's a small chest, as soon as you open it, you can jump slash with a stick and it will kill it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
It's pretty funky.
But if it's a big chest, it's impossible, right? Because you can backflip
I
onto
don't know
it.
if it's impossible. I just don't know of a setup that takes advantage of. Because with a big chest, there's too much space between you and the like to kind of swallow you and launch you out. It's too big an obstacle between you and. I'm making it sound like it's a love story. Like it's just too big an obstacle to overcome for these two to meet. But no, it's
I mean, honestly, Japanese games in 4. Is anyone really surprised?
I had a look. I couldn't tell what size chest that was. In the
I think it was
like
small. I think it was small. No one paid attention to snooze for it. I'm paying attention. There's just nothing there. It's all empty.
Well, I'm surprised we haven't found anything in sight in Forest Temple of note. I really thought we would have found something to.
There's two checks
Satisfy
coming up,
the-
Melrose. There's two
Yeah.
checks coming up.
They kind of need to be something. Otherwise, this hook shot is probably pointing towards something in Lake Hylia at this point.
Yeah. Could just be for the medallion, right?
Well, it has to be the first available hook shot, and the medallion is the water medallion, and Deku Tree is a forest medallion. So no, I don't think it is just to beat the dungeon.
Oh, right, river. Well, what if there's something in river?
Something else in the river, you
Frogs
mean?
1. Frogs 1.
Maybe. That's
We've not seen-
entirely
we've not-
possible.
You've not seen Frogs 1 yet, just FYI.
Okay,
It could still be it.
So we're down to one check left in Forest Temple. If I'm Mr. Martin, I've got my sights set on
Ice?
Lake Hylia after this.
That too, yeah, for sure. You were gonna get things done with that hook shot.
I'm just trying to what else does the hook shot open up for you? That's what I would be honing in on.
I still think GTG is an option, but then you need to go to Ice Cavern.
Why is it bonus song there? Well, that's not in Logic because we don't have Zelda. If you wanted to stay in Logic,
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot we don't have CL. Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind. God, what could be an Ice Cavern? Yeah, probably just Requiem, right? I don't know. Where is Zeal actually? Going to think of it. Forest Medallion, that is...
Oh wait, we're gonna see it from RyuuKane. We're gonna see this. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. You
here we
bait
go.
the like to walk over towards you. RyuuKane, you wanna go closer to the wall. Okay, this should work. This is gonna spit him up and it's gonna spit him out. Hey, there you go.
10.
Now the reason you want to jump slash from the chest is because after you do that, you get a broken stick.
Right.
So after you get the token, you just use your broken stick to kill the like and get your shield back. RyuuKane had to use some additional sticks to make that work, but yeah, that's the strat I was talking about. And that brings Ryu down to up to 10 skulls. And it also means that there's a big chest there.
There's a big chest there.
It also means that
That's some fancy cannon, though.
he's definitely gonna check.
Oh, a Goron tunic. That could be logically interesting.
That is very interesting, actually.
Because a Goron tunic, if that's the only logically accessible one right now, that could point towards us needing to go deep into Fire Temple to find the Kokiri sword there. Because that is possible. Unlikely, but it's possible.
Deep Fire is actually very interesting. It depends if there's a key behind the bomb bag. No, it was the boss. Wait, was it the boss key behind the bomb bag in? What was behind the bomb locked chest in Fire Temple in the lobby?
The boss key.
Right, so it doesn't. It can't be for Deep Fire then.
How so?
Because you need the bomb bag. Because the bomb bag is behind. Oh wait, no, the bomb bag's in logic. My apologies.
Yeah.
The strength puts him to logic.
Yeah, no worries. It's okay.
Took a while, but yeah.
It's fine, Melrose.
We're gonna get a chicken's play from RyuuKane. Why RyuuKane hasn't checked 10 skulls first is beyond me. It's
Yeah,
he went to,
I mean,
he went
that's
to all that
definitely...
efforts just to get the shield and.
Yeah, this is very slow. I mean,
Yeah.
if there is something on chickens, it's going to be the coup de grace, I think, because Martin is never going to check that at this point. But it's if it works out, it's still questionable because there's no real reason to do this. When you have 10 skulls to check.
Do you
But
think
if,
chickens has anything?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's still possible, but my gut feeling says no. Alright, checking 10 skulls. Makes sense. Once you do throw them into the pen, I think they stay there, right?
Yeah.
Even if you, like... Oh, as long as you stay within Kakariko's interior areas.
Yeah, it's only if you unload the region from the overworld map.
Yeah, then it's gone.
We're gonna get a look at a new check on Mr. Martin's side as well with the Storm's Grotto in
Right.
Kokiri Forest.
Yeah, it's small. But there's still a hint here.
It's a repeat of the River Chest in Water Temple. It's still nothing.
Still nothing. And even though he got the strength, RyuuKane is just committed to this now. He's like, you know what? I've already put 3 in. I'm gonna put 4 more in. Turning in the mask as well. We haven't seen Skull Maskind yet, I think.
I just got the most peculiar DM. Sorry, I got
Yeah, I was wondering. You were really
distracted.
quiet.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
A peculiar DM. I feel like you're almost bound to tell us at this point, Melrose, unless it's
I'm
private.
pretty sure it's a case of the mistaken contact. Regardless,
Oh, I had that today.
of
I was gonna do something with someone who's called Phoebe, and I have some of my friends just called PB. You know, like P, like a pea in a pot, and B, like the insect.
Mm-hmm.
And I messaged Phoebe, the bee, instead of the actual person called Phoebe. I was confused. 6 hours later, I realized, wait, no, that is not Phoebe. Oh, skill.
That's interesting.
It could be important. It's definitely going to make it easier for him to turn in that letter.
Well, that's the thing. It means that if we find the boomerang, that puts Jabu into logic.
Exactly. Yeah, it's an interesting find. Logically interesting. I don't think for the seed itself it's going to make any difference at all.
Well, even if it's logically interesting, we've already found so many items in Kakariko Village. It's going to be difficult to distinguish which ones are worth pursuing and which ones aren't. So
an absolute nightmare at this point. I would be. I would dare say. Yeah, 5 possible items that could all be paths. So it's kind of rough.
I don't think we've seen anything of Link for Goron. I don't recall Ryu
I
checking
don't
this,
think so. I don't think Ryu has been here yet. No. No. Selecting the same option twice. Rough. Ooh, iron boots. Okay.
So, Water Temple Kokiri Sword?
Potentially.
That's as good a place as any at this point, honestly.
It could also. I mean, do I dare say it? But it might be for the toilet in GTG.
We can't get to Gerudo Training Grounds.
Not
There's no
yet.
logic
No,
that...
but maybe one day. I don't know, but it's good to have at least. But Water Temple, yeah, I mean, it's not foolish, so it could definitely be something in there. Oh, my frame rate on Martin's stream is completely dead. How about you?
Yeah, it's happened to me too.
Okay,
no
I'm
biggie,
just
though.
making sure it's not on my end. Let me just refresh mine. Maybe that'll help. I don't think so. I think it's on the...
I think it's on his end for sure, yeah.
Or ZSR end. No, refreshing fixed it for me, actually.
Oh, it just fixed for me anyway, so I think
Okay, then it's just...
coincidental.
Yeah.
Right, let's have another look at our path hints, shall we? We've already satisfied what the Dodongo's Cavern on the path to King Dodongo was. Fairly straightforward there, the bomb bag.
Yeah, very straightforward. Just a bomb bag.
We have Kakariko, which is on the path twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the path to Phantom Ganon, of which, as of right now, we have two potential... Oh, what did you see?
RyuuKane, the way he jumped up, he went in from the side of the block instead of like from the front of the block.
Oh,
So
I
he
need
had-
to refresh then. So, yeah, that was dangerous.
Yeah, that is very dangerous. You don't want to mess that up. But he didn't. He didn't. To his credit. The strength is probably path to PG, not Baronade, says VXR. I would probably agree with that.
Well, here's the other thing too. Kakariko also... Oh, yeah. We have two things that satisfy for now. It could change later. We have two things that satisfy Kakariko on the path to Phantom Ganon. They are the strength from 10 skulls, or it is the hover boots. Wait, never mind. The hover boots don't matter because we just found the scale.
Yeah, also, the strength unlocks bombs, right? So that would give us access to the thing anyway as child.
So
I don't
it
think
has
that-
to
I
be
don't-
the strength even, yeah.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah. When VXR mentioned it, I started thinking like, wait, yeah, that makes sense actually. It's
But
probably
that
just
makes
strength.
it even more perplexing that nothing was in Forest Temple.
There was something in Forest Temple. The Goron Tunic.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's an option. We don't have any wallets yet.
It's a very fair point. Yes. Makes me kind of intrigued that Mr. Martin. Actually, no, I'm not. I think the well is a very good play, regardless.
It is. Yeah, even though we know it's not really that great.
and he has prelude, so it's not gonna eat into his overworld movement time too much.
No, that's true. It's still a bit... Well, for streamer point of view, we know it's not good because there isn't really much in here other than, I think, what was in there again?
Say that again, sorry?
What was in here again? There was something at the end.
The well?
Yeah.
It was just another bottle.
Oh, right, yeah. So there's nothing here. This is pointless.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
RyuuKane
with
now has
ZL,
all
it
four
could
bottles.
be good, but we don't have ZL.
We do not know. Indeed. I wonder if we'll see Frogs 1 on the side of Mr. Martin after this.
That's still an option, yeah? Like, it could still be something.
I think it's in Mr. Martin's best interest to... Oh wait, he doesn't necessarily have to hand in the letter. Oh, what Jabu's a... This is a difficult one because eventually you're going to want to hand in the letter, but going there without the boomerang feels pretty bad.
Terrible, yeah, because if the...
Okay,
yeah, because then you have to make that trek again. And he's not gonna find that scale ever. Like, it's not gonna happen. Another thing that worries me a little bit at this point is that Requiem of Spirit is an OOT, right? And we already have the Fire Medallion easily accessible to us. Or the Ruby. And the Sapphire and Water Temple. I mean, we have the what's it called? The Iron Boots. So
that also starting to get closer to being possible.
Hmm.
Could just be for child spirit, like it happens.
We still need the long shot. Although that would be very telling if we could get the long shot without the need of the hook shot.
Yeah, and we need ZL also, not unimportantly, I think. Well, you don't need ZL to finish whatever, right?
That's
but most of the time.
Very good point. If the boss key is in the compass chest or the map chest, then I believe it is in logic to beat Water Temple without the need of Zelda's Lullaby.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point out that Fire Temple was also really early accessible to us when it came to logical things. Especially with that Goron Tunic, that furthers the theory that we do need to go there.
Fire Temple definitely is a nice quick hit there from RyuuKane. That was
clean.
Very clean. Like, he just held right on the control stick and just knew to let go. Didn't even aim. Just like, yep, this feels right. Boom.
Was really good. I like that. And also, I mean, oh god, it's so difficult to say who's ahead in this race. Honestly, I think they're so close right now. But
I haven't even thought about it, to be honest with you. They are pretty...
Yeah, they're really close.
It really kind of boils down to who gets the bottleneck of the Kikiri sword first, because getting Zelda's Lullaby is going to open up so much.
Yeah. And at this point, that is almost certainly going to be on Goma, right?
I think it has to be. There's no other place it could be.
On the Forest Medallion, sorry.
Okay, well, it could be in Colossus, and getting Requiem from Ocarina of Time was the intended way.
That's true. Yeah.
But that's incredible information if you can beat Deku Tree and prove that Zelda's Lullaby isn't on the prelude check.
That would be wild, actually. If you find that out, that's kind of wild.
We know it can't be on Burning Kakariko because you need Zelda's Lullaby to beat Shadow Temple.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, Mr. Martin is not playing Prelude, so I think there's a letter going to be turned in just any moment now.
And Frogs 1 should be done as well.
Yeah, Frogs 1 he will pick up on the way.
In the grand scheme of things, this is probably gonna... Oh, I don't know. It really depends what Frogs 1 has. If Frogs 1 has nothing, then I don't see the value in turning in the letter right now.
Yeah, same. I think he won't do it. I think if the frogs just turn out to be dead, then I think he's just going to bail. Like, why turn in the letter? It doesn't really give you anything. Because access to the fountain, logically you have it, and it's easy enough to just hop over. Martin does that, that's for sure.
I'm interested to see if RyuuKane returns to Fire Temple, having already beaten Volvagia.
Of course, it could be a mistake to not turn in the letter. It could just be that the boomerang is just sitting there inside of Jabu. I mean, I've seen it happen before.
Can we take a moment to appreciate the chicken freeze frame going on in Mr. Martin's?
It's beautiful. Well, that's nothing. And he is continuing. Oh, no. See, he's bailing. I thought so.
Yeah. Probably the correct. But only to Minuet. Is this Child Going City, maybe?
No, not what he's planning here.
Things? It's not going to be for the grotto here. He knows this is foolish.
Yeah. Where is he going? He has no skull mask. So that can't be it either.
He's already done the Storm's Grotto in Kokiri Forest as well.
Right. Yep, exactly. So where is
he going? I think it has to be Hot Rudder then.
This has to be a Child Goron City play, yeah. He's probably thinking like, I'm clearing up all my child checks. I don't want to come back as child until I have to go to Baronade. And he's probably expecting that to be pretty late at this point into the seed. So he's just looking to clear as much ground here, I think. I mean, we don't know, but nothing else makes sense other than Goron City,
It's just nasty because Hot Rudder's in logic.
He remembers. He still has Saria's song to check here.
Oh, he hasn't done this yet. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, does he remember? He remembers.
Well, that's okay then.
Yeah. It's all good.
So, there's only one check in...
Ooh, a bow.
It's another bow. Wait, we haven't seen that from anyone?
No. RyuuKane has not checked this yet.
Right, Saga-san was in Death Mountain Crater. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so it's a bit awkward to route in at this point, but this is the right time to do it. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
without ZL, we can't check Dancing Dad, which is a bit unfortunate.
we can't check the pots either, and we've already seen Hot Rudder. So,
Yeah,
although I totally understand why Mr. Martin's doing this. With so few checks left, you don't want to be the one who
yeah.
leaves behind something you could have done. Oh, well, hang on. Okay, watch RyuuKane. We're gonna get a one-cycle Phantom Ganon
Yeah.
here.
I love this. Oh no, we're not
Oh,
actually.
unfortunate. It was a valiant effort, though.
Yeah, he missed the arrow, which that will just reset Phantom Ganon to his normal cycles. Unfortunately.
Okay, so you saw an example of it there.
Yeah.
If you shoot an arrow at Phantom Ganon, he has an animation where he tries to reflect the projectile, but he is vulnerable in that state, so you can get a sword slash in and bring him back down to the ground.
Yeah, it's a weird trick. It's just a little. The logic doesn't really. The logic of the actual programming doesn't know really what to do with that edge case.
Oh,
It's just,
okay,
it's
so
confused.
Here we go. Mr. Martin is going adult. RyuuKane is about to finish Forest Temple.
They're
I
going
think
fire.
We're gonna get double fire. I think that's
think
what
so
we get
too.
here.
Yep.
Unless they decide to go Ice Cavern instead. But I think this is a fire play from both of them. Now, Now, RyuuKane has the advantage of having already beaten Volvagia. No, this is...
Okay. Okay. Well, I wasn't. Oh, there's Greg. Hello. I guess Martin is just checking this and then playing Bolero again. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's all this is.
Have we seen this already from RyuuKane?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
Oh, we have.
Okay.
I think we have actually. Never mind. Okay, Frox 2 is dead. But I think we knew that already.
So RyuuKane is also going to walk towards the Song of Storms Grotto in Cookie Reef Forest. I forgot that he hasn't done it yet, so...
Yep, makes perfect sense. And then I think he's also straight off to Fire Temple. However, since he already did Volvagia, he might opt to go for Ice Cavern. I don't think that's completely
That's what I'm
unlikely.
thinking too. It's definitely plausible.
Oh, hold on. Martin
What?
is bailing.
Oh, is this a lake?
He's chasing that hookshot hint, of course. Oh, wait a second. Is he? Nah, he wouldn't go to fucking Water Temple at this point. There's no way.
Well, if he's chasing the hook shot, he knows they're going... Okay, no, he's setting up Pierre in case Pierre has something.
Oh, right. And he will probably check,
It's
Lake
a
Hylia.
that's a very safe. Although in his defense, it could just be hook shot equals something on Pierre. It could be as straightforward as that. But he's smart enough to know that the Gohan Tunic is behind the hook shots as well, so...
Yeah, but also, this is all hookshot locked as well, what he's doing now, right? So it makes perfect sense to quickly check Hylia before
with the
fire.
bomb bag, now that the bomb bag's in logic, as well as the Sphere Zero scale, it is also possible to just plant the bean there.
Yeah, it is, but...
So this is no longer necessarily hookshot locked.
No,
But
that's true.
I think it still totally be here, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so RyuuKane is not going into Fire Temple.
Oh, he's going to ice.
With that said, though, I fully expect this to be Nocturne in Ice Cavern, so...
I completely agree, but we'll see. It could potentially be Eponas. That's also very possible. Okay, well, that was nothing. Well, that skill could also just be for gold skill, right? That's the thing I'm kind of still stuck on. Like, maybe that skill is required for the lap dive. So I don't think this is bad. Martin doesn't know that, obviously, but we do.
Well, there's implications here for why the hook shots could be Wave Hero and Zora River if,
Oh, look at that. It's double defense.
because it would have to imply that magic and the lens of truth are somehow locked behind getting the song and Requiem if it's to do with the long shot. Oh, RyuuKane's doing the free S-turn setup for this.
Yeah, he is. And
Very
he got
nice.
his first try. Very nice.
Okay, all eyes on Mr. Martin. This is a new check as well.
Yep. And it's
The
nothing.
recovery heart.
It's some love.
Now we're gonna also get a look at the diving in the lab. Oh, I
Yeah,
missed
that
that
was
hint. What did that say?
I don't know. I was going to ask you the same thing. I was like, did you see that?
I did not see that. No.
Chat? What was that, chat? Chat, help us. Big Goron is a copy.
Duplicate of Big Goron. Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you, chat. So helpful. Oh, magic. Okay, now that is interesting. That is very interesting.
Pay close attention to that scale potentially wave a hero. If gold scale is how you get your first magic, and
that's exactly what I was thinking.
That's not foreign logic. That's only one scale away.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It makes me nervous, honestly. I'm not gonna lie with you. That makes me a bit nervous. Because what Riley just said, Rang in Shadow seems likely. That was kind of what I was going to bring up. That seems to become more and more likely at this point. Seed could be really weird. This could be logically just kind of a mess, honestly. Spaghetti logic, as someone mentioned earlier.
We were looking at... If the scale is going to be Wave a Hero for Baronade, then we need Zelda's Lullaby to be behind completing Jabu. And...
That seems unlikely.
Is that particularly true?
Not
beating Jabu. It just needs Kokiri Sword to be behind that scale, because otherwise...
Yeah.
But the Boomerang... Oh, this is interesting.
Melrose's brain is working overtime.
It really is. God, it's such a luxury not having to play the game and think at the same time. I can just think about the logic. This is nice. I should do this more often.
Yeah, Melrose, I always have that, like, when I'm coming, like, oh man, I have some really good thoughts about the logic, and then I play, and I'm like, me go to path. That's basically how I think. And then I just missed the most obvious shit that I would totally have noticed if I was commentating. It's so funny. Do you think Martin will just go straight for Hovaja the moment he can, or just will go deeper into fire? Oh, he has to kill Hovaja.
He has to, yeah.
Yeah, key logic. Memes. So we have hovers early accessible to get to Hovaja. We have the Goron Tunic. And we have the hammer. God, you know, I don't want to say it, but we need all of these items to get anywhere right now. Because this key is inaccessible without the hammer. We need the Goron Tunic for anything in here, really. Beyond this point. Right? So...
the logic for Goron Tunic only kicks in once you fight Volvagia.
Right, which you have to get into Fire Temple at all.
Yeah. But like this room that Mr. Martin's in right now, I don't believe logically you need the Goron Tunic to get what's in here. So. It's beyond the door in this room where it becomes a requirement.
I think it's because with 3 hearts you can just still run there, right? Like, easily enough, so...
I believe so...
Deep Fire is also Tunic Lock. Yeah, that's what I meant. Because you can't get up the block without the Tunic.
And the Tunic is behind Hookshot, so...
Right, so that's... This might be it.
I mean, I'm pretty convinced, but like for these runners individually, it's not an immediately obvious thing that Fire Temple is why the Hookshot. Because like, we have the knowledge of both players having done checks across the world itself, so individually...
I think...
Deep Fire is a stone as well. You're going to have to fight the boss to get here. It's not a particularly favorable play if it doesn't work out. It's a lot of time wasted.
Yeah. Of course, Martin will pretty much get his instincts confirmed the moment he gets his boss key.
Now, the thing here is, does Mr. Martin, as you say, does he continue into Fire Temple after beating...
Wait, we have another key?
Pardon?
We have a key.
You need 2 keys.
Oh, I just... Duh. I knew. I was just making sure you paid attention, Melrose.
Fire Temple has an exceedingly high amount of
keys
blocks for no reason. It's
stupid. It's a stupid dungeon. Especially
in actual fact, when you they actually removed one of the locks. If you don't shuffle the keys outside of dungeons, the one to get to the basement in the vanilla game, that's a locked door. You need a key to get there.
What, the basement?
Yeah.
You mean where the boss key is in the vanilla game?
Yep.
Okay, you call that the basement, all right. Makes sense. Now that I think about it, it is kind of behind the floor or below the floor, but yeah, it's not really a basement, is it?
Okay, and no surprise there. Nocturne was in Ice Cavern, so
Yep.
no time wasted.
Yeah, you do need to go here eventually, but there's nothing in there other than that, which is a bit of a downer for RyuuKane. But where is he going next? He's going child.
I'm curious. I don't know what this play here could be.
Yeah, I was fully expecting him to go into Fire Temple.
Is he gonna dip Jabu? Hand in the letter? Doesn't make sense to do it. You've just done Ice Cavern. What's the benefit of handing in the letter now?
Nothing. Yeah, the one check in Jabu, that's all.
Well, he hasn't checked. So, okay, so remember earlier we talked about Mr. Martin having done the Skull Kid yet?
All right, he does have the skull mask at this point, doesn't he? Has he turned it in yet to swap it out for the skull mask?
That is the point. I don't think we've seen a Skull Mask hint, have we?
We haven't. No, we haven't seen skull mask hints yet. But I'm confused. Did he turn in the Keaton mask yet? I don't think I've seen him do that.
No, I don't think I have either.
Has he forgotten it? Because on his tracker, you guys can't see, but we can. It says Keaton mask, and I don't remember him turning in for the skull mask.
Well, I think that's default for that tracker, regardless. So,
No, it's not. It says letter by default.
okay, well then, well, he definitely doesn't have Skull Mask. I can assure you that.
He doesn't.
Nope.
No.
Otherwise, he would not be doing this. He would be going straight to the theater.
That's true. Yeah. What a weird play. You mean he was right there. He could have. This is confusing. Has he a hint that we haven't seen?
No. I think this is him trying to get ahead of the competition and not go further into fire, hoping that Mr. Martin will do
Yeah,
that
but
and
you would
be
surely
baited.
turn. But if you have the Keaton mask, you would surely go get skull mask before you go here, right?
Well, I don't know if he's handed in the Keaton Mask. That's the thing.
He has for sure. He has the Keaton mask in his inventory. I know that. I've seen him do it
Well, if
when
it's
he
in the
when he did
inventory-
chicken
well,
when he did chickens.
and he's definitely sold it to the.
Yes.
Okay. He also
Well,
has
he
Flux
hasn't
One.
exchanged it. He still has the Keaton mask in his inventory. He hasn't gone the skull mask. That's what I said. But he was in the Temple of Time like 2 minutes ago. He could have easily gone do it.
He also hasn't done Frogs One, so that's a very good observation too. I forgot.
Yeah.
So
but this
Skull
goes-
Mask, Skull Mask into Frogs One over doing the rest of Fire Temple to me screams, I don't want to do Deep Fire and get
Yeah.
baited. I'm gonna try and make a play that gains me an edge here, and
Fortunately, we know that this is the road to disappointment.
yeah. So things are looking up for Mr. Martin. Although
Yeah.
RyuuKane's going to be on his trail shortly hereafter. There's nothing else he can do after this.
Yeah. Well, he
Right,
can
this
go
is
get a
going to
skull
be.
mask.
This is. Well, this is prelude back to adult. I can't imagine. Oh, Serenade. Okay.
To die.
Oh, he never did the domain. That's what Martin did. That's why Martin has the mirror shield.
Right, yeah. So, okay, when you remember that, oh, well, unfortunately for Martin, that trick didn't work out.
So we're not going to draw attention to it.
No. Well, I mean, I
No.
did. It's okay.
I'm intrigued why RyuuKane did all that before the main. Or maybe he's just hoping to get the boomerang before making it to the main.
Yeah. I'm still confused why he wouldn't get the skull mask before going there, but that's okay.
That must be a lapse.
He just forgot. He forgot.
If
yeah.
he's definitely handed in the Keaton mask, then it's a lapse of concentration. If he still has the Keaton mask and hasn't sold it, then it's
He
whatever.
sold it for sure. I've seen him do it.
Then
While he
it's
did
a,
chickens.
it's a lapse in concentration. Then.
Yeah, for sure. It happens
Or
to all of us.
he's really hoping for a hint stone to bail him out as well. That's a big chest in that cell there.
It is.
Is it? Am I dumb? Hang on.
There's a big
Oh,
one there,
that's
though.
a big. See, I told you there's a big chest in that cell. Told you.
Yeah, that cell. That was the one you were talking about, right, Melrose?
Absolutely.
How did you know, though, Melrose? You have
Sorry,
the spoiler
chat,
log open?
I think I'm ahead as well. Let me refresh and just synchronize the pages so I'm definitely... There we go. Oh, yeah, okay, I was 5 seconds ahead the whole time. My apologies. There we go.
Melrose, close the time. Close the spoiler log, please.
Haha, it's a very funny original joke.
Well, in this case, Melrose makes kind
Okay.
of sense.
So yeah, RyuuKane is gonna pick up the... Oh, hang on a second. Does the fire arrows feature into this at all?
For what?
We have magic and bow.
Yeah. Well,
Royal
there's only
Team is-
one. No, you
Yeah,
can't even access that yet.
When Royal Team is hinted, so
We can't access it anyway. So
can't
it's not
even.
like it matters.
Yeah. Yeah, but if it's just a scale up here and it's just to get the magic on, then yeah.
How hard do you think RyuuKane's heart is thumping now that he sees that big chest there?
He's gonna feel bad for sure.
Do you think his heart skipped a beat when that big chest appeared? Because I think it probably did. He's like, oh, there you go. See, it was totally worth it. Ooh, okay, he did get it.
Well, okay, I don't know if he's gonna feel good because he's managed to skip Fire Temple, or okay, let's have a look at his reaction to this. It is a.
Yeah, that's not a good reaction.
He is indifferent. No, that's a
Indifferent, yeah.
We take those.
Indifferent. I still need that. It's the thing. Like, that's not what I was hoping for, but I do still need that. That's the kind of reaction it was.
For those watching on the video on demand, we personally can see both the streams in full, so we can see the webcams, in case people was wondering what reaction we're looking for.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's see what's in this big chest. Boomerang.
That's the boomerang.
I called it, didn't I? that Goron tunic.
Totally. You called... Did you?
I did. The moment we got the Goron tunic, I said that it might be for that. So that resolves the logic, doesn't it?
That does resolve the logic, you're right?
Yeah,
I'm perplexed why RyuuKane has been dodging that, because he knows... Well, he now... Okay, no, in RyuuKane's credit, he knows Zor River's on the path, and Hookshot doesn't particularly make sense yet. So going back and doing Frogs 1 makes complete sense.
Yeah, but after Frogs 1, I think you should know that the hook shots and that leads into the Goron tunic. I feel like at that point you have the information to put things together. I
think at this point, though, you're here. It's a bit too late to be...
This makes no sense. You don't even have anything to hit that switch with.
Yeah, the bombs...
That doesn't count as logical, right?
Oh, they are, by the way. They are, because logic implies you can buy Bomb Chew and use a Bomb Chew from the end of the door there to hit that.
Wait, this is in logic?
That's in logic.
Oh my god.
Melrose, now you're blowing my mind.
Whoa, that is crazy. I had no idea.
So, it's in logic for a bomb bag, but not to use bombs, but to buy Bomb Chew and use Bomb Chew for that switch.
That is so stupid. That is so unintuitive. You think the Forest Temple trick with the hover boots is unintuitive? I think this is even worse.
So, Mr. Martin, I don't blame him. He's going to continue into Fire Temple and just clear it out while he can.
At this point, you would, right? I mean, you've come this far.
You have no Furor's wind. You probably just want to get this over with now. Just in case.
Well, Kokibi's sword could just be chilling further up into...
Yeah, exactly. That Goron tunic could still be...
That's the risky play, it's the problem.
Well, getting at heart.
I think if Mr. Martin had Furor's wind, it would be an easy dump that and
of course.
Go out towards Jabu. But for this, it's... For
sure, I think, like you said, no Furor's wind. You don't want to come back here.
In Mr. Martin's defense, you really have to.
Yeah, coming back now would be really shitty. Because you have to climb up again.
Leaving now would be an aggressive play. And I like in a 1v1 situation,
yeah, he never plays aggressive in the first place. Like, well, rarely. It's not his style. So let's see what's in there.
Ways Okay. Now, because Mr. Martin doesn't have Song of Time, there's a big chest in Jabu, by the way.
Yeah, I see it. What's
Please
in there?
Be the scale.
It's a strength.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, it's still useful, but...
But the problem is, that's going to push him further away from Deep Fire.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that is exactly true. But now, I don't know. In his case...
Strength 2 doesn't actually unlock anything for him.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't think it actually pushes him away from Deep Fire. That opened up nothing for him. There's really no
Yeah.
reason to.
There's actually even no way of getting there out of logic. So yeah,
No.
it's not even a logic thing. It's a hard you gotta go deep fire. But
Yeah. I think
so
that's where it's going to go.
if you're RyuuKane, you're really hoping the boomerang doesn't show up
Wait, what?
because you don't want.
Serenade? Where are we going?
Water temple?
No, he has no iron boots.
Oh, fair point.
So
South
he
Hyrule
can't get
checks.
magic either.
Setting up Pierre for Fire Temple the way Mr. Martin did.
Yeah, it must be Pierre. That's the only.
We've got
because
some very safe players today. That's crazy. Right.
Makes sense. I mean, if you're gonna go deep fire at this point, you probably it's deep fire for an item because of the Goron tunic. You're gonna get Pierre, I think. You don't want him to come back again.
I guess for RyuuKane it's fine because you've already fought Volvagia, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's also true. You know, you're coming there for checks only at this point, so you want to be able to access every check, right? Like that just seems logical to me.
RyuuKane is going to be doing the Lake Hylia checks as well, so the lack of iron boots means he's not going to get magic either.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Yeah, that one will be out of his reach. No golden scale to get it with, which is actually how you logically get it, right? Like the iron boots. That's a trick out of logic.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, not a big chest.
Big chest.
God, Martin, what a good decision to stay.
This is bad for RyuuKane because I imagine RyuuKane's been putting this off for so long. The minute he gets Boomerang, he's out of there.
It's a sword tunic. Melrose, what did I
Okay.
say about AD? I don't want to believe. This has to be bait, surely, right? Melrose, please talk to me. Please say this is bait. Melrose.
I'm intrigued by Mr. Martin's decision to go Water Temple here, to be honest. I thought it makes sense to just...
This is insanely... If I need to ask him about this in the interview for sure.
I guess
I agree.
Well, it's not going to take you long. It's not as if you can do much in here anyway.
Without ZL, true, yeah. Well, I mean, is that true? You can do quite a lot, I think, in here without ZL, right?
You can do 2 checks, and if you get 2 small keys, you can do 1 additional check.
Is that true? I thought you could do way more.
Well,
With-
if you save
out of
Scum it,
logic,
you
that
can
is.
get... Well, if you save Scum it, you can get 2, but that's a lot of effort for 2 checks.
I hate this room, by the way. Martin, put on your tunic. You're drowning.
He's fine.
He's drowning, Melrose. What about
Okay,
Link?
so that's just... So we're not going to get 2 small keys,
No.
and
That's-
it's
that
very...
one-
And it's very unlikely we're going to see another item chest from the map chest. But if it's a boss key, then that's very interesting for the logic of the seed.
Yeah.
Mr. Martin is going to have to
Equip his
remove
tunic.
and equip his... Oh yeah, I guess he can just do that too, huh? Couldn't he?
And at this point, he has to. He's gonna drown. You're not getting up there that fast. Martin?
He's got a fairy, I think?
He must do.
I hope he's got a fairy, otherwise this is kind of bizarre. Okay, well...
He must have forgotten the tunic. F's in chat, please.
We'll direct everyone's attention to RyuuKane while Mr. Martin picks himself up and
Yeah.
and also equips a tunic when he was about to die. So that couldn't have worked out at a better moment for.
It's almost like it was scripted, but it wasn't, obviously. But it really looked like it. You saw crack wall. It was trash item. Thank you. I was gonna ask if anyone saw that.
It looks like a small key.
Did it?
I think it's a small key. Yeah.
Oh, it was key after all. Damn it! Someone in chat lied to me.
Now, because you have magic, 2 quick spins should take these out pretty quickly.
Yep. Well,
Pretty
I mean,
quickly. There you go, very quickly. And
very quickly, yeah. I hate that room. Honestly, I hate all of Water Temple. Oh, that's another small key, isn't it?
yeah,
Yep.
So,
okay,
Mr.
so we can do more.
I mean, it's not a fantastic decision, but
I feel like this is probably his riskiest play in the seed so far.
this is very... Yeah, I'm not too sure about this one, Martin. I think
I mean, it's super risky. So
Well, the implication of this is that the hook shot to get the boomerang is to get the long shot in Jabu, which leads to getting Kokiri Sword in here. I don't think
where are we going, Martin?
he's going to play the Ocarina, I guess.
For what?
Actually, I think he's about to go play Zelda's Lullaby to lower the water and then remembered.
With what ZL? He has no ZL.
We can't do that.
Is this just like, is Martin losing focus a bit? Maybe is that it?
I think Mr. Martin is trying to get ahead of the logic and is hoping that long shot is in Jabu and the Kokiri Sword is here.
Okay.
Because if you can do that, then you save an age change. So this is out of logic. This logically requires the long shot, but as you saw for Mr. Martin, you can use the hover boots to get over there.
Yeah, it's a pretty precise timing, but it's definitely doable. This is also another trick you'll have to learn if you want to do this. Oh, that is not right. You have to do one more hop to the right, I think, or to the left first.
So not only did Mr. Martin forget he has a Zora tunic, bear in mind he literally just equipped
hover boots
to make the jump over. Forgot that he need. Yeah, he's.
Oh, Martin, you have hovers. What are you doing?
There it is. Oh no!
You have to roll.
Forward, all of you! Hover boots don't do shit in this room. Mr. Martin was right the whole time.
No, Moses is lying. Guys, you gotta remember that actually for Martin, this is a very early race. He's living in Costa Rica, so he's not as an element. It's too early.
Is it that early though?
Nah, it's not that early, but for him, it's pretty early to race now. Nah, actually, 12 o'clock my time is usually when he starts racing. I'm just messing with chat, okay? Now
let's have a look at what's in here. It's nothing. Now, I would be very surprised if Mr. Martin opts to check out Dark Link, because if he is trying to get ahead of the long shot wave hero, then because there was no small key in that chest there, then Dark Link isn't actually behind long shot.
I think he's bailing at this point. I imagine
the only way it would be in logic is if Morpher. Sorry, the only way it'd be behind Longshot is if Morpher had the small key. But at that point, you have Longshot anyway. So,
well, it could still be for Morpha, by the way, just to go Requiem to get your ZL from Requiem check. Still an option.
So Mr. Martin is now opting to go Child. He's going to make a beeline straight to the main. He's going to do Jabu. We're going to see RyuuKane pick up his boomerang. And what does he opt to do?
Yeah. He's leaving.
He's
as we thought. Yeah. Now that could be the wise choice. But
both the races are actually pretty close. I mean, I forget where the Iron Boots are, and RyuuKane still needs to get the magic from...
Iron Boots are from Link to Goron.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
I worry about that magic because I don't think RyuuKane has much incentive to come back to the lake.
No, none at all, really, at this point.
Only if he finds the gold scale, I think. Yeah. I don't think he goes back to... like, oh, I don't want to orphan this out of logic check I can do. Yeah. It's not going to be like that.
Hey, Chad, are you ready for double Jabu?
Also, RyuuKane can get there quicker because he did chickens.
Way quicker, yeah.
There's a lesson for...
Yeah, something about a turtle and a chicken, right? In a race or something. I don't know how it went. Yeah, Ryu has done so with Jabu. He's going to be definitely faster at this point. What I'm concerned about is if... So let's say for the sake of it, right, that CL is indeed on Requiem. Then not having the Iron Boots and the blue tunic might very well just completely lead you to the wrong conclusions. It's possible, right?
Well, we know that you're not supposed to beat Water Temple without Zelda's Lullaby, so that's just not a question anymore. Zelda's Lullaby has to be on the prelude check at this point.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. Sorry, you're completely right.
So Mr. Martin has that figured out. He knows that everything is just behind his Kokiri sword.
But where is it? No, I'm surprised it's not even that much faster to get it. Martin has to know there has to be a skill somewhere at this point, right? Like, he just hasn't found it.
Well, I'm pretty sure Mr. Martin is aware that he hasn't done chickens either, so that's gonna
Yeah, he's like, I know where it is.
heavy in this. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm pretty
what
sure
else is
Mr.
still left?
I'm pretty sure. Well, it could be. Oh wait, no, that'd be stupid. I was about to say it could be scale in the boomerang chest, but nope, never mind. That's not.
Nope, we know.
I think Mr. Martin's smart enough to work backwards and realize, oh, there's a scale somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine he even knows where it is at this point. Honestly, there's not much left.
Actually, I guess in Mr. Martin's case, it could also just be the Kokiri sword is on chickens, but which case, Zor River Waver. With that said, we haven't seen a slingshot, by the way.
Yeah, we haven't.
So, we've been talking about it as if absolutely this has to be towards the Kokiri sword.
I just
It could very
realized
well
that.
just be the slingshot, so...
Yeah, which is logically required to beat Goma. Well, to get to Goma, actually, is the specific reason you need it. Which is, by the way, a thing I completely forgot because of how much random I've been watching. At this point, I just completely assume it's for nothing but the slingshot target. But no.
Okay, we have one big chest.
Another
The
one,
compass chest.
The second big chest we're going to find in this place. Ah, well, there you go. Oh, no.
Okay, actually, you want to know something?
Yes, I do.
That is actually very good for RyuuKane,
It is.
because he can very quickly get to Lost Woods with this scale he has, whereas Mr. Martin's going to have to play minuets and... Wait, is that quicker?
I think it's just quicker to play a minuet, if I'm honest with you.
It might be very negligible.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's
Martin. That was close.
Oh, here's a little thing we forgot about. The skull mask. We still don't know what skull mask is, and we have a hook shot and a boomerang in logic, but no 40 skull hint.
No, we don't.
So, if we don't find anything in Jabu, I don't think it's a bad play to go behind the lake and check out the hints there.
Yeah, I think at this point you want to know. There's also still one more path hint out there, I think.
There's one... No, we've got all 5 of our path hints.
Do we?
We've got 2 for Kakariko, 1 for Dodongo's Cavern, 1 for Zoro River, and 1 for Gerudo Valley.
Oh, okay. I forgot about the Dodongo's Cavern one, but yes, you're right.
I mean, we all forgot about it. It was such a non-useful hint. Okay, at the time it was pretty heckin' useful, but for now, no.
Yeah, true. No, did I ever tell you that this is actually my least favorite dungeon in the game?
Rajabu?
Yeah, I hate it.
Is it the theme you hate? Is it the mechanics of the dungeon? The movement of it? What's the...
Yep, all of the above.
All of the above. Wow, you really don't like it.
I really don't like this dungeon. No, I really don't like it. I hate how low it is on checks. So it's not even... It doesn't even feel good on that part. I hate how it's locked behind 2 items that are really basically only useful for getting to Jabu and doing Jabu. You really don't have any other need for... Well, you know, the ladder you need logically to get to Ice Cavern, but who cares? So yeah, I hate the theme. I just hate being inside of a fish. I just don't like it. I hate the sounds the place makes. I hate the enemies and the sounds they make. The only good part about Jabu is what RyuuKane is doing right now, which is this boss. Because you can do the swag against the spikes, which he's not gonna do. Sad. But yeah, I hate this dungeon. I really despise it. The only thing I like about Jabu is the mini-boss and actually Baronade. I think Baronade is probably the coolest boss fight in OT as a child. And probably the second best boss fight in the game in general. It's just really fun, I think.
So if Jabu has nothing, what we have left? We've got the target in the woods is now open. But then Skull Mask and 40 Skulls? Is that it?
Okay, RyuuKane going for the a little tricky you can do. If you roll in away from the door and then front flip, you can. If you get your angles right, you can just roll towards the door from the switch. But you have to do this setup, otherwise you won't make it. And you can get in just before it closes. But it's like 1 frame or something that you have to open the door. It's really close, but it's doable. There you go.
Apparently, it's known to us that 40 skulls is dead. I don't remember seeing the hint, but
I don't remember that either, Melrose, but if that's what people tell us, then I believe them.
40 skulls being dead was in Zora's Fountain, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Ah, okay, cool.
We could have had that hint if Martin checked it, but he didn't. Well, so yeah, like I said, Baronade I think is a really cool boss fight. I really like Baronade.
I really love bosses that like go through stages.
Same, yeah. And honestly, Baronade has so much to it. Like, there's so many stages to him. It's kind of fun. And I just think the boss itself, like the design of it, is so cool. I don't know. I think it's really clever. And I love how you like.
I'm with you there.
I love how you cut him like away from the ceiling.
Oh no, RyuuKane!
Oh no,
He used the stick. He's gonna have to use a pot.
Yeah,
This
pot's
is actually very bad because the timing for this is.
yeah hard.
Oh, this is.
Oh, this could all of his advantage in Jabu could be. Oh no, could
And
be for nothing.
This is really not something you can eyeball as well. The timing is awful. You got to pick up the pot and not get hit, and then by the time you got the pot in your hand, you got to throw it before he.
It goes up in the air again, yeah, which is extremely close. Oh, this might be good. He needs to wait out. Yeah, okay, this could be it. Oh, he did it.
Let's go. And it was so important he got that, because if he didn't, he did the jump slash. No, he did the jump slash trick to open the door, so he didn't have the platform all the way down.
Oh, right, yeah.
Use as a shortcut to get back here.
Yeah,
that is
a long way around.
so fortunate. There's a long shot.
Oh, that is so dumb.
So we now have all of Gerudo training grounds open to us.
Yes, we do.
So that definitely opens up a lot of... Okay, so yeah, that's the bottleneck.
Yeah, that's the bottleneck right there. It's not for Water Temple.
Now, if you're RyuuKane, you should really go do Target in the Woods. Do not play a song. What are you doing? This better be Minuet.
It's
no,
not Prelude.
RyuuKane!
No, he's going to pick up his skull mask, Melrose. It's fine.
Better be.
This is definitely a play for... No, it's not.
Definitely a play. You didn't finish the sentence. You just said
it is definitely a play, Melrose. It is a play. Why do I care about Target right now? Well, the thing is that the hints that we have right now could just as well point to the slingshot instead of the Kokiri sword.
And you have the scale. It's super easy to just get back to Lost Woods and do it, and then you just play Prelude. It's granted, I know RyuuKane feels behind.
Yeah.
Like, he's already bailed Fire Temple having got the boomerang, and...
Yeah, he feels behind, but in reality, he's ahead. Albeit marginally. I don't think it's a big lead at all, but it is a lead. So he's off to GTG for sure, right? Like, that long shot. Where else would you go?
Like, do I think Target in the Woods is going to have something? The chances are pretty slim after that long shot, but still, do you really want to leave that behind?
I don't
know.
I don't know. I don't think so. Because you're not going back child anytime soon. Well, you are actually for the Deku Tree, but... You know, I mean, like, if the Kokiri sword is on a slingshot target, then it will be a really big oof. That's more what my point is. It is a reasonable gamble to orphan it. I don't disagree with that, but it is, I don't know. I would have checked it, but I'm a pretty safe player.
It's kind of interesting that we've already seen RyuuKane try and... Well, actually, we've seen both our races try and get ahead of what the logic wanted us to do.
Yeah.
So... Excuse me. This really... I think this really just boils down to both our races now feeling as though they are the ones catching up to the other one.
Yeah, I think that's probably a correct assessment.
Also, for people saying, would you not just go back to Wart's Temple to get Zelda's Lullaby, to get Requiem? We don't have Zelda's Lullaby. You can't beat the temple. The only way you can beat it is if Dark Link has the key, and that is such a
Unlikely scenario.
You just don't want to gamble on that.
Or maybe you do. Maybe you're just living on the edge.
Now, with that said, it puts Shoot the Sun into logic.
It does, yeah. We
But
can
we
definitely
didn't
get
have
that.
Sun Song, and I wonder if RyuuKane has one eye on that before going to GTG, because
I don't
for all
know,
this
maybe.
talk about RyuuKane rushing over to GTG, he's still playing pretty safe if this is what he's doing.
Sorry, that's by 2 a.m. John. Right there. John, right there.
Who's John? Why is he coming over at
Yawn.
2 a.m.? Okay,
Come on, Melrose. I'm not a native speaker. You know this. I think it's actually pretty easy, right? Because if you just because after Jabu, I think it sets to the morning, doesn't it?
okay, Mr. Martin's gonna go check target in the woods.
Yeah, Martin is thinking like we think. Which
I mean, that's don't say like that, because that could be a compliment or an insult, and we'll find out in about a few minutes.
Listen, Melrose. I have no horse in this race. I don't play Zooter. I'm known for being an idiot, but when I'm right, I look. God, I hate when you approach the ladder from that angle. It gets weird.
I don't think the game can resolve quite what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, the movement factor gets a bit weird because it always goes from the camera's perspective.
Now, RyuuKane has enough time in his hands to check the thing over here, the chest.
When you beat Jabu, what time does it get? Is it morning?
It's not morning. The only temple that makes it morning after you beat it is Wart's Temple.
Doesn't when you beat Decatry it becomes morning too? No, wait, no, it doesn't. Or does it?
Do you know what RyuuKane could
well.
do here? RyuuKane could save in GTG, warp to 7-8, warp to the Lake Hylia, check to Shoot the Sun, and then just scum his position if that's the if there's nothing there.
Don't worry, Chad. I noticed it was just a red rupee on a slingshot target. Melrose is not talking about it because, you know, Melrose doesn't want to look like he said something silly. Is that right, Melrose?
I was seeing what RyuuKane was doing, honestly.
Okay.
Okay,
Anyway,
RyuuKane is immediately doing the setup as if it's a big chest. So let's see what it's a small chest.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think Martin is probably going to do exactly the same thing, but I think because he has iron boots, he's going to check the hard dive grotto first. Yeah.
have we not seen that? No, we haven't, have we?
No.
Yep, that's perfectly. Yeah.
Reasonable. Yeah, it's reasonable. He has done the other checks in the field already, so makes sense for him to go here. Would you consider doing big pose without Deponas right now?
I would stand there, and if a big post shows up, sure. If not, I'm not going to spend too much time.
No, Martin doesn't do that. He doesn't care.
I don't think it's. Okay, apparently Tectite Grotto has a purple rupee inside of it. We have seen it.
We have seen it? When?
Maybe RyuuKane peeked it a lot earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true. I don't remember.
Because I doubt Mr. Martin is beelining for a purple rupee.
I'm still curious if... Yeah, I probably won't... Well, I mean, the Requiem could still come back to bite us in the ass. For child sight.
Yeah, but you're not thinking that at all in the slightest.
No,
okay,
of course not, but...
Okay, RyuuKane isn't saving in here, so we're not going to see Serenades into Shoot the Sun from here.
No,
which,
probably not.
I mean, given the time of day that RyuuKane has, I don't think it's the worst thing to do. Now, because RyuuKane doesn't have nuts, ideally you should be quick. Sorry, it doesn't have magic and you can't do quick spins. Ideally, you kind of want to have... No, they're behaving pretty well for him. Yep, okay, that's pretty clean.
Yeah. These lizards can be a complete bitch, by the way. Not peeking the ledge at all.
Yeah, fair point. That's a curious one.
Yeah.
Well, okay, there's a big chest in... Oh, wait, we know what it is. It's
strength.
Leave me alone. We know that
Oh,
Strength
another one.
3. Yep, RyuuKane, you want that? Yep.
That's not strength. That's gold scale. That's magic.
That's your magic and logic, yeah.
Yep, it is. Will he go back to check it though? Is the question at this point.
Well, it's good that he got it. You know what? Right now, it really should be going through RyuuKane's mind. If I save here and go to Lake Hylia, I can shoot the sun and do diving in the lab. Like, that is something available to him, because time of days worked out pretty nicely. Now, if he chooses to do that, maybe he's just waiting till... Gee, I don't know, because...
Another big chest. Is everything just right here in GTG? Lens? You need that to cross the wasteland, technically.
Yeah. So, crossing isn't logic.
It is now, yep.
So Kokiri Sword could be deep in Spirit Temple at this point.
Yeah, we have Mirror Shield. We can clear it. Well,
wow.
Child Spirit aside.
From the humble beginnings of, could the Kokiri Sword just be in Forest Temple? Look where we are now. Ooh, very nice angle by RyuuKane there. That was
very
nice.
Good. Also, Melrose, just a reminder though, considering we can actually get to Spirit Temple now, that Requiem might actually become a bit more important now. Considering, oh wait, no, of course not. We don't have CL. Never mind. I'm stupid.
That's really a gamble you gotta make for yourself. Are you prepared to go to Spirit Temple without Zelda's Lullaby?
Yeah, in this case, I think you absolutely will, right? Like, kind of seems obvious to go there after that.
Now, with that said, because crossing isn't logic, Zelda's Lullaby could also just be in Colossus, so...
Yeah, it could be.
It's not the worst idea. Honestly, I don't. Well, with that said, I don't know what else you do.
I think crossing regardless makes sense. You have strength 2, magic. You have fire arrows. Well, you know we have magic and logic. I think crossing and logic as well. You have your mirror shield. You have everything to clear Spirit Temple pretty much, except ZL, which probably I think at this point might very well be on Requiem. If I'm honest with you. And you have what you need to cross. I feel like crossing at this point is a very sensible play. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's no world where you don't.
Yeah, but RyuuKane is going to realize now there's a magic out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Because he's really exhausting.
The lens.
Kokiri Sword could be on chess minigame for all we know.
yeah, it could very well be Melrose. At this point, the seat is kind of wide open, I would say.
We've got another big chest from the ice statue. It is a bomb bag, okay. Sure, that's definitely bomb locked.
You are ahead of me, I think, then. Because I only saw that now.
Oh, it went back. It went. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's really. Okay, yeah, it's got a bit of a time warp there.
Yeah, okay. Well, I refreshed. He's now checking the key chest that we knew peeked earlier.
Fuck me, I cannot believe I spoiled that he got a bomb bag in that chest. That is
the worst. Melrose, damn. Ruining the viewer experience for everyone here, but that's spoil.
Hey, the ticket of admission is 0. If you want to complain and get your money back, then I'm here. Come get your money back.
Melrose, this is a professional organization. Excuse me? This is not your stream, Melrose. We do things by the book here.
Who's we?
ZSR. I'm just kidding. Yeah, what about Heist at this point? You don't bother, right? Well, you do, because you need Nocturne, but...
Well, Martin knows that the letter... well, actually, no. Okay, let's think about this for Martin. So... Martin might suspect that this is the path for Din's Fire? Because
maybe?
Longshot was in Jabu, the letter was... It's not outrageous.
No, it's not outrageous at all.
Like, if Din's Fire is across here, then it satisfies the path just as much as what Nocturne did.
Mm-hmm.
In natural fact, yeah, but that's a good point. Someone points out in chat, Martin might be thinking it's Longshot to get to Colossus to get Nocturne.
Yeah. That's exactly what... I don't think there's any world where you don't cross, right? Like, for sure.
Yeah, we haven't really found anything in GTG to suggest that it's...
The only things we found at GTG suggest that we should cross. kind of what it is.
Yeah, I mean, both our races are missing one item to put it fully into logic, but I doubt that's going to stop them from doing it.
What do you mean?
Well, RyuuKane needs the magic.
But
before
what Martin needs?
the scale for magic's being logic.
Oh, right. But yeah, true. Now he's probably thinking, oh, that's the first scale. Where's the other one?
Well, it can't be the first scale because you need the scale to get to Jabu.
Right, so he knows it's probably on chickens or something like that. So, he knows that...
No, I've just realized Martin does know that it's in logic to cross because he knows that has to be the gold scale.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Stop me if I'm wrong, but is RyuuKane rushing...
No, because he has no ZL.
But, okay, well, I thought that, but then I'm looking at him and he's going to...
Yeet Rock, yeah. How
long do you think before he realizes? Do you think he gets to the emblem, or do you think he walks in and
he will yeet the rock? He will yeet the rock. He will pull out his ocarina, play ZL, and realize he doesn't.
Do you think he pulls out the ocarina, or do you think he realizes just before?
No, he's gonna pull out.
He realized, bam! I wish I put money on it. I wish.
Man, this reminds me of one time I watched Sawyer's Object stream, and he went to the fairy fountain by Hyrule Castle, and he played the song. And nothing happens. And he just stood there for 30 seconds, played it again, nothing happens again, he quits out of the race.
Okay, so
that was the funniest moment ever.
So RyuuKane is now going to check Lab Dive and get magic. We'll see if he opts to stick around and shoot the sun, but... Yeah,
that's the time of day, yeah. But he's gonna get his magic at least. So, that's something. That's really good, actually. It's not something, that's really good.
I mean, it's going to be annoying for RyuuKane because in his mind, he can just reset and go straight back to GTG, and now it's like, oh, do I have to?
I mean, you can cross the wasteland without magic. But...
Yeah, but it's like, oh god, I gotta walk out of Lake Hylia, I've gotta go... he's indifferent about it.
Yeah, but it's still really... This is awkward. Also, Martin not peeking the ledge. What the fuck? Our runners don't care about that ledge. They're just like, whatever. Whatever's on that ledge, I don't need... Wait, he did check it. Never mind. He went in from the other side. I'm stupid. I'm dumb.
Don't know that. This is his first foray into the maze.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's here for.
Okay, so RyuuKane is going to go back and check shoot the sun.
Yeah. So now... Oh, but this is just... Now he just has to wait for it, though. That's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Martin knows he's out of here, by the way. He knows. He knows skull skills and logic.
If he had the presence of mind, he would know that he could reset and time of day would be better for him if he played Serenade out of where he saved once already, but...
Yeah, oh well. The problem is he's going to have to walk back to GTG as well now, if he wants to keep the items he just got, which he definitely, otherwise he would be committing to doing this at this point.
Well, he's not gonna skim away the magic because he's about to go to the Spirit Temple, and having fire magic is pretty heckin' nice. What is that?
So
that is Nehru's love. Eye drops? What is that? That's eye drops.
Eye drops. Well, you don't need that.
Kids, if you are offered eye drops from a celestial being, I don't care who says anything, ask your parents first.
Consult with your doctor or your medical professional before using those eye drops.
True. Yeah, maybe unless your parent is an up to what's the word?
Listen, if your parents are anti-vaxxers, probably don't ask them if you should use them or not.
Oh,
probably not a good idea. Ask a magical professional. A magical professional. Honestly, if a goddess gives you them,
you've been wanting to correct your eyes with.
Oh man.
Alright, so the good news for Mr. Martin is that he's gonna find out Nocturne is an ice cavern, so it's not as if Nocturne is, but it's not as if Mr. Martin is behind on knowledge, he's just behind on progression. RyuuKane is now catching up.
Is he still behind the progression? I think that he's ahead now, right?
Well, he still needs to get Nocturne from Ice Cavern, so there's that.
Oh wait, has RyuuKane actually cleared Ice Cavern?
Yeah,
Yeah, he has. What the fuck? Wow.
he has Nocturne. He has
When did that happen?
when he went to Ice Cavern like an hour ago.
Man, why do I not remember that at all?
I couldn't answer that for you. Okay, so if this isn't Zelda's
Yeah.
Lullaby, then Kokiri's sword is somewhere. We don't know where.
If Ziel is here, could it be that Kokiruso is just chilling on Morpha or something?
Well, it could be that the hint was actually just for the slingshot.
Yeah, that's also very true. Skull Mask is dead, by the way. We finally got that hint, so that worked out well for RyuuKane.
Yeah, so that's not going to be where the
And
Kokiri
it's
sword is.
Ziel!
It is Zelda's Lullaby.
Oh, that is so funny. That is really funny, Melrose. I like that. This is a funny seed.
Now watch as you need to go back child to get a small key.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it.
I mean, for Mr. Martin, it's not going to take long. He has everything he needs to beat Ward's Temple.
Yep.
Like, if it's old dungeons here, it's whatever. It's not as if you need to find anything. It's just, fine.
Yeah, this
You
is
know,
probably one of
it's
the
one of
least
those.
bad all dungeon seeds, because you kind of implicitly already did most of it anyway, like Fire
And-
Temple and stuff.
And if you're Mr. Martin, you're kind of hoping for a key to not be here, because think of how much of Ward's Temple you've already done.
Yeah, no, Martin
You-
is
you
hoping
wa-
for it.
Yeah, you want that to be progression, ideally.
Yeah, that would make it not a waste of time. Oh, well, that's a good
Okay.
sign for him.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Yeah, Mr. Martin doesn't want to see a key here, that's what...
Yeah. The one case where you don't want to see keys is this case. It doesn't happen often, but sometimes you're hoping for it. But this is going to be a pretty long seed, isn't it, Melrose? There's still quite a bit of,
I mean,
bit of
as soon as-
finishing still. Alright, let's see what this is. This is very interesting. And it's... Oh, this is what he wanted!
That's very good for Mr. Martin, yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely ahead now, I would say, right? Well, I don't know. It's probably still less time spent in Water Temple than Ice Cavern. So I would say Ice Cavern is still the longer play. But it's not far off, I think. It's all dungeons, though.
Pay very close attention to where the boss key is, because RyuuKane still doesn't have the iron boots.
Yeah. First,
In fact, Mr.
choice
Martin's
makes
going to
sense.
Mr. Martin's going to go straight for Dark Link.
I think it makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, I guess, but... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess now you know you need to be the temple. Yeah.
Yeah. I would check here first, personally. Let's see. No Song of Time, actually. Chat mentioned.
Well, we know the river chest is hinted dead.
Yeah, it's true. It doesn't matter, actually.
And it's an item, as was the chest in
Oh, where is Song of
the
Time,
boss
anyway?
key chest. So, it's probably in Graveyard.
Yeah, probably. Or it's from
Burning
Cookie,
Kakariko?
from Green for Force Medallion could also be it, right?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, it could be anywhere at this point.
But you know what's interesting right now? I think the Zor River path to Queen Goma
Yeah.
legitimately could just be the slingshot.
I
mean,
think you're
I mean,
right.
Everything is behind that long shot at this point. Like everything has
Everything.
been so bottlenecked by that long shot to get here.
That's true. Very clean Dark Link here. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Well, still pretty clean.
So it just means that no matter what the river hint points to,
Oh, and there it is.
there it is. Good.
Good call.
Okay. So Mr. Martin has just saved a ton of time over RyuuKane.
Has he?
Well, RyuuKane's going to do all this stuff on the lower floor before going to do the Dark Link loop.
Yeah, but he already did that. Like, Martin already did all of that, so that time is already lost, regardless.
Well, I guess there's the mid stuff. There's the torches chest at the bottom. There's the
think he-
ice switch chest. There's the,
Yeah, if he does that, it'll be a win for Martin, but I don't... Like, in time,
and he
not
he
to
didn't
see.
have to. Well, he doesn't have to lower the water or any of that stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
So
I
this
guess
is
that
all.
true.
Yeah, this is all piling up pretty nicely from Mr. Martin.
Yeah. It's also gonna be nice for him because when he... Well, I mean, it's the same for RyuuKane, but, like, when he picks up Requiem, he can just go straight over to there. You're already a child, so... Alright, let's see if this is a quick morph or not. He's going for it. And he misses. I'm pretty sure Martin as well. Oh yeah, that's true. Nocturne could just be on Composer's grave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Ice...
Yep.
Wait, no, we know where it is. It's in Ice Cavern.
That makes complete sense why logically it could just be Graveyard.
Yeah, true. Logically, it's possible.
That would satisfy Gerudo Valley as well, because
Yeah.
the letter leads to Longshot, Longshot leads to all this crap.
Yeah. What a seed.
So really, none of our hints help us at all, and we're still looking for Din's Fire, Kokiri Sword.
Wait, where is... wait, where are you going, RyuuKane? We don't have CL still.
He does? What do you mean?
Wait. Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I'm so convinced for some reason that it's on Deku Tree. that I didn't even remember that it's here. I'm sorry. I'm dummy.
Well,
But
Mr. Martin will
Martin
never
could have
know
done
how
this
it
ages
feels.
ago, right? With the long shot.
Yeah, but you
Makes-
know
it
you're
made
gonna.
no
you,
sense, too.
you know you're about to get Requiem, so what does it matter, honestly?
Yeah, without long shot, you can. Yeah, true. You need to get Requiem anyway. Oh, there we go. Hey, it was on Water Temple, by the way. It was actually Ruby on fire and Sapphire on water.
I love it when
I
the
love it.
Roundabout gives you a theme.
I still want logical logic at some point, like hover boots can't be on the bottom of the lake, that kind of shit. Or iron boots, like if they're anywhere, they're more likely to spawn on the water. So, well, that makes no sense. Actually, never mind. But you know what I mean.
I
No-
will
no-
say, it's worth pointing out that for RyuuKane, it's also good that the boss key is where it is, because it means the iron boots aren't going to
Right.
hinder him.
Those aren't needed. We know that much at least. Well, I mean, technically, toilet could still, have some. Well, actually, is that still possible? It
I
could
wasn't
be.
I wasn't paying attention to the keys in the slightest, so.
Yeah, me neither. We haven't seen all of them yet, I think so.
But with that said, we're probably not going to get Song of Time to make it relevant anyway.
Yeah, true.
It really depends if it's on Forest, if it's on the Prelude check or Burning Kakariko. If it's Burning Kakariko, then you don't even have to think about it.
This is so off topic, and I'm so sorry, but I bought a new toothbrush today, and I'm looking at it in the wrapping, and the brand of my toothbrush is Pepe, which I just thought was really funny. Well, Melrose, your silence really hurts me right now. At least chat thought it was funny. 2 people in chat thought it was funny.
I think one person in chat laughed twice, but doesn't count as 2 people.
No, someone said OMG, it was definitely a reaction. We've reached the toothbrush part of the
You tell
commentary.
yourself what you want. That is not a.
Listen, Melrose, I'm projecting, okay, to make myself feel better. Your silence crippled me, and I need to find validation elsewhere now. Right, well, Martin, obviously, he doesn't make sense. You're gonna check this first. It's way
Real
faster.
quick, did Morpha have a key or an item?
Oh god, good question. I think just an item, but a key apparently. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Okay, so there's still one chest somewhere in Water Temple.
So what if
There's one item left in Water Temple that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. So just one funny thing. What if the Kokiriso is right here in the Composer grave? By the way,
Possible.
I'm asking that because if it's here, how likely is it that RyuuKane is gonna get it still?
Well, he
Ah,
has.
He has what he needs to get it.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't make a difference, would it?
Yeah, but how likely is it to go check it? Is more my point. I think it's still pretty likely, right, at this point in the game.
That's a good point too. It's hinted dead. I've just looked at the notes.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Never mind, Melrose. I'm stupid. Okay.
Also, there's your opponent song there, so that's
Yeah,
why
there
the
it
long
is.
shot is
Where are we going, Martin?
back to market to get the song.
But oh right, we still need Requiem. I thought, what was I thinking? I was thinking he was going to Ice Cavern, but you can't go there as a child. my bad. Sorry.
So RyuuKane, because he doesn't have iron boots, you got to make a jump that gives you enough momentum to dip below the wall here. It is possible, but sometimes eyeballing it can be pretty finicky.
Yeah, true.
You got it eventually, but you can tell in the reaction, frustration's creeping in. There's a lot of things, movement-wise, that just isn't going his way.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, you got to consider for RyuuKane here. It's 2 a.m. in France, so
It is very late for RyuuKane. It's very late for you, Jesse. It's moderately
okay.
late for me as well.
I'm a nocturnal creature, Melrose. No,
We
not
are
anymore.
Europeans masquerading as North Americans. Oh, there's the other big chest.
Oh,
Wow.
This could be huge if this is something good.
Oh, we're going to see a trick as well. Okay, so RyuuKane is going to buffer the inputs of a bomb exploding so that as he pulls the block towards him, the blast from the bomb should push him to the right, but with enough frames of him holding back, it should make the block pull towards him, but he gets pushed to the right. So he only has to do one trip. Okay, now unfortunately there, he didn't hold back for enough frames to pull the block.
Yeah, this is a tricky input.
This is definitely an advanced, and it's only particularly useful on the virtual console because trying to buffer frames or like advanced frames on emulator. Okay, there's a big chest in Child.
Yeah, well, let's say there's a big chest on the Child side too. Things just got interesting, Melrose. God, this is this is what not playing on VC looks like, by the way.
I think if this is something for RyuuKane, this swings it in his favor because I don't know when RyuuKane comes back here.
Martin will never come back here until it's the last item. So yeah, this is at this point RyuuKane needs to give up on this and just do it the old-fashioned way because this is a lot of time wasted.
Well, just for your own mentality too, if you're getting frustrated,
look a little bit frustrated.
If you're getting frustrated, he's very angry. He just made a gesture towards the webcam, so...
RyuuKane, it's okay. Just count... Oh, it's a wallet. Well, imagine if this is also a wallet, by the way. It would be really funny. RyuuKane,
come on, RyuuKane.
You got this, RyuuKane. We believe in you. But you really should just go the long way around.
He needs to bail on this trick. And okay, yeah, good on you.
Yeah. I get it. Sometimes you're just so frustrated you just want to get that check done, but this could be a lot of things. This could be Din's Fire, this could be Kokiri Sword, this could be the other wallet, which is the worst option.
It's important to recognize that when you get angry, you make rush decisions. You start to get consumed by the frustration that it blocks your just immediate decision making. And the decision to go for that trick again and again and again was just fueling a lot of negative emotions in him. So I'm glad that he snapped out of that and resorted to the, hey, take a breather, come back and do it the intended way.
All right, let's see.
It's okay.
Let's see what this is. It's Din's Fire. That's huge. That is big.
That is massive.
This could be really bad for Mr. Martin.
That could be
disastrous.
I think it is very bad for Mr. Martin.
Well, let's think about this for a second. How many checks does Martin really still have in Logic? There's chickens, obviously, but he knows there's a gold scale somewhere out there, right?
That's a very good point. He's still got the Zelda's Lullaby lock stuff in the well.
That will probably be his first goal. But after that, like, he'll probably check chickens regardless. At that point, when you're a child, you're gonna check it, right? Like, you just want to be over with it. But after that, like, where do you go? Like, I feel like Water Temple, like, is really like one of the few options you still have left because he's gonna go Ice Cavern pretty soon, undoubtedly.
I think if you're Mr. Martin, you're hoping that the Kokiri Sword is behind. If you are Mr. Martin, you're really hoping that the Kokiri Sword is behind Din's Fire because you don't want to be baited into more checks. Granted, Deku is fairly quick, and you're going to go back to the bottom of the well regardless. But
So I don't know how bad this really is, but it's still like he's going to spend some time on this. The saving grace for Martin right now is that RyuuKane is spending a lot of time in Water Temple right now. A lot of time. And he's bailing.
I think you can... Iron Boots might... No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, just get... get yourself out of Water Temple. Water Temple is obviously a source
dungeon.
of huge, well, just a source of huge frustration for him. Get yourself in a temple you're comfortable with, reset your mind, and come back to Water Temple that bit stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this is perfectly fine from RyuuKane.
For sure. Yeah, I agree. He knows he needs to go back there eventually to go get his Requiem, but he could take a quick detour of the Shadow Temple. This is something he needs to do anyway. He can clear it. Shadow Temple, for most runners, I think is just a dungeon you're really comfortable with, because it's very straightforward and there's not much thinking about what you need to do. It's a good place to just kind of calm down a bit and just, focus up again, like you said.
Yeah.
Reset
And
your mental.
I don't know how RyuuKane feels personally, but in his position, I would also just turn off the webcam. Like, I don't want people looking at me right now. I'm angry, I'm frustrated. You can see it in the body language. It's just something you don't want to be, like, in the back of your mind. It might. Although then again, RyuuKane, I know, streams with a webcam pretty regularly. It's second nature to him at this point to just have that on display. But
yeah, he might not even be thinking about it. I used to stream all the time with a webcam, and at some point you don't even remember that you have one on, honestly. You just assume people can see you, and it's what it is. But yeah, he's definitely frustrated. Hopefully Shadow Temple will allow him to, put his mind back into the right place. Reset his mental to a more positive one, and then, I mean, he's honestly looking pretty good right now. But obviously, in his mind, he probably thinks he's pretty far behind right now. There's the Spirit Boss Key.
I think you're right, though. Mr. Martin's options beyond just doing... Like, he's got a lot of one-off checks, and that's kind of what it boils down to. How quickly can he discern that going towards Temple for that one check is worth it? Because, me personally, it's pretty bad. You don't ever want to go back towards Temple for one check, especially if you know you need to go back to where the map chest is and lower the water. It's a lot of time spent just chasing one check.
Yeah, on the flip side, Martin will definitely have counted keys in Water Temple, and he's aware there's still an item in there. That's not something he's forgotten, unless he's had a momentary lapse in reason and just forgets it. That happens, of course, but I imagine he knows.
I think whatever happens, Mr. Martin is definitely going to be going to bottom of the well to check the Zelda's Lullaby lock stuff. And for all we know, that's where the Kokiri sword is. It could still be there.
That would be, well, not the worst situation, but it wouldn't be a good one, though. Kind of put him on the wrong trail. Regardless, it is a dungeon he will need to clear eventually, sooner rather than later. So, it's not the worst thing.
And with that said, I don't remember if Beneath the Icy Waters was RyuuKane's accidentally using the Din's Fire. That's just a misclick. That's unfortunate.
It happens. Yeah, it happens. But, when you're in the wrong mind, those kind of small mistakes can just really put you on edge. I mean, I don't claim... Yeah, sorry?
I was thinking, so if I... Actually, you go on with your points.
Well, I mean, I was going to bring up, I don't play Zelda much, but, I play League a lot, unfortunately. It's really bad for my mind, but I do it. But sometimes I just miss a single creep and I miss 14 gold, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. But if I'm already in a bad mood, that 14 gold will feel like the worst thing in the world. And small mistakes like that Dense Fire, when you're already feeling bad, can just really feel horrible. So I hope it doesn't let it get into him too much. Because you kind of just have to rationalize it's whatever, And in his position, I probably would stop trying to do tricks like the hookshot trick there. I would just go for the safe and easy way of clearing Shadow Temple at this point.
I don't even think that's quicker to begin with.
I think if you hit it immediately, it is, but yeah, it's small.
Alright, so we're no sign of Kokiri Sword in the Spirit Temple yet, so let's just spitball some one-off checks that are still available to us.
Chest mini game! Chest mini game!
We've got a Hyrule Castle. Notice the theme that all of these are available as child only, so that's way more incentive for Mr. Martin to go back child. We got there's a lot of stuff behind Zelda's Lullaby, and by a lot I can only think of two, because I don't know if Mr. Martin went back for the Colossus Ferry.
it would be good for Martin if he does do all of the child checks in one go and then finds Kokiri so as a child, because that will save him some age swapping later. It would be bad for him if it's in Shadow Temple. That would be wasted time.
Do you know what would be good for Mr. Martin? If it is the Zora Fountain, because he's still got to go back and get Nocturne in Ice Cavern.
Yeah, and it's on the fairy fountain there, you mean?
Yeah,
or in the icy waters. We haven't seen that yet, I think.
Well, we know RyuuKane's peaked it, but I never got a good look at it, so...
Did he peak it? I don't remember, actually.
Well, he definitely peaked it.
Okay. Chat, did he peak it? I don't remember him doing that, actually.
I
remember him equipping hover boots and just going straight for the entrance to the cave.
There's no way you go there and not peak it.
Oh, he peaked, okay. Melrose, please. I always forget to peak it. I'm definitely a top 64 player, Melrose, come on.
So yeah, we have the Hyrule Castle.
Martin, what are you doing?
Yeah, this is something you see players do. They'll jump slash because when the cutscene plays here, it just automatically puts you back on the arena.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
But getting to the next phase of Twin Rover requires 4 hits of phase 1. But if there's nothing interrupting the witch who shot the 4th one to shoot another time, then it'll just automatically shoot a 5th one until you interrupt it. So if you jump slash there and now witch is about to shoot a 2nd time, then you're just on the ground looking like a bit of an idiot because it's like, wait a minute, what's happening? And then you hear the sound effects for the magic happening. It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
I hope
on that note, though, that was an extremely clean Twin Rover, fortunately for him. Also, you saw in second phase, he actually fired the hookshot before the bolt hit his shield.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I think, slightly faster. But you don't see people do it very often because the timing is pretty rough. If you don't reset your hookshot quickly enough, you just get hit by the bolt, which is a huge time loss.
Well, to that I would say just put more distance between yourself and Twin Rover because...
Which, yeah, he did.
Yeah. Because it makes no difference how far away you are from Twin Rover. Like, you're still watching the same animation.
Right, yeah. And then, and if you shoot the hook shot after she shoots the ball, but before it hits your shield, she's gonna fly away like even before the bolt hits your shield. So in that sense, it's a speed up. So it's actually better to put yourself further away from her in that situation. But I just wanted to point out it speaks to a kind of calm on Martin's side that he feels okay just doing it slightly riskier, like because one mistake can cost you a lot of time there.
Do you want to talk about what RyuuKane is about to do here?
Or, yeah, feel free. I don't know exactly how to describe what's happening right now.
So it's a series of inputs where initially the game really kind of wants you to use your iron boots to stay rooted to the ground and not be blown away by the fans, but just before you enter the room, you can position the camera to be behind Link so that as you enter the room, the fans take a bit longer before we start up. And with some not precise, but with enough side hops and a quick way of killing the sculpture that drops down, you can side hop, backwalk, side hop, and backwalk with your hover boots to avoid all the fans before they get a chance to initiate.
Yep.
It's one of those moments where you practice it and it feels like you got really good movement going on. So Mr. Martin, as predicted, is going to start going for the Zelda's Lullaby lock stuff.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but we're not going to see him go Water Temple. If he goes Water Temple, that would be astonishing. I fully expect him to go back Child before he...
If he goes Water Temple, it will be a risky play in his mind for sure.
And for sure. There's nothing to deny that going to Water Temple is outrageous and worthy of conversation. It would just, like... Mm-hmm. As seasoned racers, we look at that and go, we know that's a not a gamble, but it's an
unlikely scenario.
It's trying to get ahead of your opponent. It's making the play that your opponent isn't going to make, so you go for that one, hoping that you've skipped bait.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see what he does here, and that's a blue rupee. There's still a Storm's Grotto here that I think that he hasn't gotten. And I don't think RyuuKane's gotten it either, now that I think about it.
One of them definitely did, because one of them rushed both of the grottos. Oh, Hyrule Castle's foolish. Right, never mind.
Oh, that's a good hint for him right now, actually.
Yeah.
It saves him some time.
Did we... surely we've seen that.
Have we? I don't think we have. It's not on his tracker, at least, so he definitely hasn't seen it yet.
That's crazy if that's the first we're seeing of that. The hints don't outside Begoran? I guess we don't have Zelda's Lullaby, so why would you ever be there? Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Okay.
And I guess the other one must be on the back of Lake, then.
Probably.
Yeah, another place where you're just not gonna go. Where are we going, Martin? Ice Cavern, I think, is the play we're going for right now.
It has to be a play for him, yeah.
And this could be big. If the Kokiri Sword happens to be on the fairy fountain here, then all that time that RyuuKane saved with that Din's fight, I think actually kind of doesn't really matter anymore, because now they both have a singular check that's kind of awful in its positioning.
I'm starting to see more and more people shoot the bombs by the pillar while you're still on the boat and let the cutscene carry you over towards the entrance of the door here. I wonder if someone recently timed that and realized it was quicker.
I think so, because I've seen a lot of people starting. Isn't it funny sometimes how like a trend catches on in the community and without much communication, everyone starts copying it like gradually? Oh, that's a big chest.
We got a big chest.
This might be the Kokiri Sword. It's a bomb bag.
It's a bomb bag.
The last one. We found them all.
So, I mean, we say about that with shooting the pillar. He actually had no reason to whatsoever. He has the long shot. He has Scarecrow song. He could just hook shot the Scarecrow. Okay, this is big for Mr. Martin. I think if this is something, this swings it back in his favor almost immediately. And I don't see how RyuuKane comes back into this.
Not for a long time. This is probably, if this is the thing, if this is Kokiri, it's probably going to be the absolute last check he's going to do, is my feeling.
Okay, like Mr. Martin is still in it if it isn't the Kokiri Sword, but if it is a Kokiri Sword, that definitely is
a huge swing, yeah. And it's not.
It's not. Okay, so we still have a race.
We definitely do. Yeah, but if that was a Kokiri Sword, I think we don't have a race anymore. I think at that point you can probably call it for Martin.
Oh, where the hell is this Kokiri Sword? If it's not on Bongo Bongo, then okay, Mr. Martin is. I don't think Mr. Martin peaked so much.
He has not been here yet, so he doesn't know what's here. And it's arrows apparently. So
it looks like a bundle of arrows. Yeah.
It's like whatever. I'm out of here.
All right, our attention back over to RyuuKane's side of things. What does Bongo Bongo have? God, I really
Sword. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Imagine if it's just right here on Mr. Bongo. I'm still gonna say chess mini game because it's maximum chaos and I like that.
Jesse, I have to apologize. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I will be as quick as possible.
That's okay, Miles. I can handle the commentary on this Bongo Bongo.
Being as hygienic as possible too.
Of course. Wash your hands.
Yeah. Okay, I will be right back.
All right, chat. It's just you and me watching this exciting Bongo Bongo. Unfortunately for RyuuKane, not the one cycle. That's okay. You know, one cycling Bongo Bongo is a pretty precise affair, but he gets on the second one. And now we get to see what's on it. I'm going to pay a bit more attention to what RyuuKane does at this point, because Martin is just treading ground we've already seen before. Gotta watch that cutscene. Can we have some Komodo pauses in chat? For the anticipation? Nice wall slash there by Mr. Martin, recoiling himself into the other rupee. It's an efficient movement. Komodo pause, come on, no Komodo hype. It's a slingshot bag, so it's not here. It's not in Shadow Temple. So where could it be? At this point, Child Well, like, you know, we still have some checks in Well left. Seems pretty likely. Could be chess minigame. That's also open to us still. It's definitely not in Hyrule Field Castle, we know that. It could be on Ganon's Fairy Fountain, because, you know, we do have logical access to that. But it's not many places left. Big Post, definitely an option. Yeah.
It could be on Lax.
Lax, yeah. That's a very good point too. We have access to that now with Shadow Temple done. So yeah, Lax is definitely another option. It's not here though, we know that much.
We already knew that for a long time. It was hinted after all, but RyuuKane might have just forgotten. It's fine. Or maybe he just wants Eponas. So chat, now that Melrose is gone, Melrose is a very serious person, you can tell, you know, doesn't like to go off topic during commentary like I do. So I'm just going to ask you, because everyone knows at some point when I commentate, it has to devolve into pizza chat. But I'm not going to discuss pizza, but I want to know, what is your favorite pizza topping? Yeah, that's also a thing. Archery, horse archery, of course, could also be it. Anchovies, that's a good one. Pepperoni with extra pepperoni. Nice. Sun-dried tomatoes, that's a good one. Banana peppers, very good. Some good taste here in chat. I like it.
Okay, I'm back.
Thank you. Melrose, I took the opportunity to devolve the chat into pizza toppings, as is customary for when I commentate. But it's not a discussion, I'm just asking them what their favorite topping is.
You know, the funniest thing happened too when I was in the bathroom. I said I'd wash my hands, and I did, but we've got a new hand wash, and it's actually branded Greg the Green Rupee. Who'd have thought?
Come on, Melrose. No one believes that.
I'm telling you, it's Dutch.
Melrose, get out of here. Anyway, Bongo Bongo had nothing. Just a slingshot.
In the world of comedy, that's called a callback. Oh, Mr. Martin could die. No, he's fine.
I know it was a comeback, a callback, but I just didn't, you know, you didn't laugh at my joke, so I felt like it was only appropriate I didn't laugh at yours.
No, because it was a shit joke. And it wasn't even a joke. It wasn't even a joke. It was just fact. Your toothbrush.
Daddy's bullying me. This is not fun.
Okay, RyuuKane is returning
getting
back
his
to
Requiem.
Temple.
Yeah, he's getting Requiem. He's like, God, I have to go here again. But yeah, it's unavoidable. Unfortunately, this dungeon is required. And Martin's about to get his Nocturne. Without Din's Fire to use it, so... He's at the point now where we are asking ourselves, like, where do we go, right? We have Eponas. So it could be chess minigame, right? It could be the Yeet Rock. We have opened it, but we haven't checked it yet.
We haven't seen Big Poe. That's
Big Poe, yeah. A horse archery for another horse check.
Right, yeah, horseback archery. That's a really good shout.
And there were some other things as well that chat mentioned, but those are the main ones I'm thinking of. Of course, there's the well, the ZL lock checks and well that we haven't seen yet. Wherever it is, it's going to be somewhere kind of annoying, honestly.
But it definitely points to going child. There's way more checks available as child than there is as adult, so...
Is that true? I feel like there's quite a few as adult, bows and horseback archery.
So that's free.
What else was there? The Yeet Rock in at Gannon's Castle. That's 4.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not. I think it's kind of even, but it's not many either way.
RyuuKane also still has the targets in the woods.
Yeah, which is it.
Mr. Martin, I believe, didn't even pick up the gold gauntlets. I don't think
he didn't. No, he didn't. Which might be an issue of its own. Gannon's Castle, Yeet Rock.
Yeah.
Ryu checked Yeet Rock. I think he only lifted it right, and then realized he didn't have ZL.
That was RyuuKane.
Yeah, that was RyuuKane.
Unless they both did it.
No, Martin couldn't have done it. He doesn't have gold gauntlets, so.
Right, yeah, that would make sense then, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Oh, he went back? Okay, so Yeet Rock was not it. Even then, Yeet Rock could not have been it. Why not?
Because strength... I'm guessing there are keys on the right side of the
Song
maze.
of Time locked, of course. No,
yeah.
wait, the center chest is inaccessible without Song of Time. The logic is such that you need to get all keys in GDG before you can access the center chest.
And he's already got the light arrows too, so it's not as if that's going to punish him later.
No.
But as I suspected, I'm surprised... Oh wait, no, Hyrule Castle's foolish, never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, no!
No, this makes sense. This makes sense.
It makes perfect sense, but Martin is dying inside right now for sure.
This is chickens, and I'm kind of surprised he doesn't do the well first. Am I surprised? It's only 2 checks in the well, so
Yeah. But trust me, Martin right now is hurting. He doesn't like doing this. I imagine in his mind he probably knows that this is probably going to be something like gold scale. Because of how the blood chickens.
That's a fantastic point. We know it has to be behind the long shot. Oh, but then again, did we find another slingshot that confirms that it doesn't have to be behind the hook shot?
Well, we found all slingshots, I think. One is on Bongo.
Okay, well, if one's on Bongo, does Mr. Martin know where the other slingshot? Because Mr. Martin could just.
Mr. Martin has not done Shadow, so he has no idea that it's on Bongo. No.
Because as far as Mr. Martin's concerned, the path could just be towards slingshot. There's no reason why Kokiri's sword has to be behind the hook shot.
Yeah, that chicken wasn't right anyway. He's like, whatever, I'll come back for it later.
Yeah, come back for it.
Alright, so Water Temple is behind RyuuKane. I'm sure he's very glad about that, as are we all. We do not like Water Temple.
Alright, so at this point, RyuuKane's pulling ahead of Mr. Martin because
I
Mr.
feel
Martin...
like it's so close still, though.
Okay, well RyuuKane's going back child, unless this is... No, what else could this be?
He's getting his Requiem to finish Spirit Temple. Which is something Martin already did, remember? That's like the thing. But yeah, he's done Shadow Temple now, which is obviously a big amount of time as well. It's hard to say who's ahead right now, really. It really is. I think they're extremely close to one another, and it's going to come down to whoever finds... Yeah, Martin still needs that Din's Fire, doesn't he? But if that Kokiri sword is like in a really awful position and Martin finds it first, that could still work in his favor. So it's hard to say, I think, who's really ahead, but
I think RyuuKane's ahead. Honestly.
I think you're right, yeah, but it's still close. But the longer Martin takes to find that Din's Fire, the worse it gets, I think. We'll see.
Well, here's the thing: Kokiri's sword wasn't in Shadow Temple. So it's more likely that Mr. Martin finds the Kokiri sword first than it is he gets Din's Fire.
Yeah, he's gonna find that for sure. Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree. I wouldn't be shocked if he finds it right now, actually, in the bottom of the well. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
There's a good chance it's here.
Yeah.
We've also got Child Gorn City. We know Skullmasker's hinted dead. I guess, wait, where was the boss key in Spirit's Temple?
Child side, first chest.
The boss key?
Oh, no, the boss key. Where was that, actually? It was somewhere in adult side.
What's RyuuKane doing? RyuuKane doesn't know the Hyrule Castle is hinted foolish, so he's gonna go check that fairy fountain first, and then he's gonna play Requiem out of there. Yeah, okay.
He's gonna do a chess minigame too, I'm sure. Oh wait, Time of Day will not work for him, I think.
You know what? Maybe RyuuKane isn't as ahead as I thought he was.
I think they're really close, is really my conclusion right now.
I mean, dare I say it, Spirit Temple takes a lot longer than I've been given it credit for, actually.
Yeah, Spirit Temple is not a quick dungeon. Oh. Okay, that's small. This is obviously what RyuuKane is doing now. We know it's nothing, so... Ooh, yeah, almost, but...
Almost.
It's tricky.
What the heck?
He killed the hand by accident. It's what you do not want to do. Okay. Will he get it now? Oh, that hand is so close. Oh, debated.
Yeah, because RyuuKane is gonna full clear Spirit Temple as well, so...
That dead hand is nasty. That was not a good dead hand fight at all.
I think Mr. Martin is going to end up last location in Vidin's Fire, but I don't think...
Oh, look at that! This is almost certainly going to be Kokiri's, right? No! It's a Giant's Wall! It's nothing! God damn it.
Okay, so Child going City next.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course, Dancing Dad. We have not. That's also an option still.
And we can't do the pot either. We needed Dins. So, yeah, we couldn't do it unless he had Dins, which of course he doesn't have. So,
We can do Din. We can do pot now. Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Martin can't.
Why can't you do pot?
He doesn't have Dins.
Why is that a problem?
Well, he now has Zelda's Lullaby. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, but
it's another Zelda's Lullaby locked thing. That's what I'm getting at.
yeah, that's what I mean. I'm confused. Sorry, Melrose. I'm not sure what you're saying.
He's chasing stuff locked behind Zelda's Lullaby because he's just got the song.
Yeah, then pot's one of them, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What are you confused about?
I'm so confused. I thought you said that pot's non-logic, that we can't do pot. But we can, right? Surely. I'm so confused. Sorry.
I didn't say it was out of logic. I said he can't do it. The only way he could have done it without Zelda's Lullaby was with Dins.
Oh,
But he doesn't have
okay.
Din.
All right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm with you again. Sorry.
You with me? You there? Okay,
I'm
cool.
with you. I'm with you. Yeah. Jesse, clean your ears, boy. Listen, my ears are fine. My brain is slow.
These wallets mean nothing, by the way.
Oh, RyuuKane's expression when he finds that wallet. Just the eye roll. Did you see that? He rolled his eyes.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It's late.
Yeah, it's cringe.
Okay, here we go. Davunia.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, now
This
after
is-
the pot.
This is
What
so
do-
troll at this point, honestly.
What do we have after the pot? That's a good point.
Horseback archery pose?
Yep, horseback archery. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's I'm pretty much sure that's pretty much it, isn't it? Remember, RyuuKane still has to go all the way back to Fountain to check that hint, to check that area. He hasn't done that. He hasn't checked the fairy fountains in Death Mountain Crater and in Death Mountain itself. So there's a lot of overall checks that Martin has done now that RyuuKane has not.
Do you think RyuuKane knows he hasn't done Link for Gohan yet?
I think he knows. I think he knows.
You don't think he's gonna get to Gohan City and realize, oh shit,
No, it's not on pot either, Melrose.
then we gotta
The
go
options-
back adult.
We're
So-
running out of options. Yeah, this is bad. Martin is hoping it wasn't in child, because now he has to age change again, which is annoying.
So I guess there's a path here for Mr. Martin to go Water Temple if he intends on skipping Big Po and going straight to GTG. But then halfway through he goes, Water Temple still has an item. Let's just quickly check that.
He knows there's an item there, and he knows he doesn't have many checks left. If he's going to go to GTG, which I don't think is unreasonable at this point, I think there's a very good chance he dips into Water Temple to
Did he not
quickly.
He didn't do chess minigame, did he?
No. And this is Requiem. So Fairy Fountain reverse into GTG, I think, is the lay here.
Oh, he doesn't have Sun Song, of course, right?
Yeah, he doesn't. No one does. Where is it?
Well, it's behind Deku Trees.
Yeah.
Wait, he's going to Spirit them.
Did he orphan something here?
That has to be the case. I don't know why he would come back here if not.
The child, like upper child side, maybe?
The sun push, yeah, the push block room with the... Yeah, makes sense. It's curious why he didn't do it after he beat the temple.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a bit of an odd thing. Someone else in the tournament recently skipped that chest and it came back to haunt them.
Yeah, to bite him in the butt, as I like to say. But yeah, that works too.
Yeah, they're interchangeable.
They are. Yeah, so it's definitely this side that he didn't do.
Yes, someone left this behind and came back and used the item. I
don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. Well, RyuuKane is also on this side. If Kokiri's sword is here, I think RyuuKane wins.
Well, it depends if RyuuKane opts to go
Okay,
there.
wait, so we did do this part. I see.
Yeah, we've done Child Climb. It's just the push block room here.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
we-
RyuuKane is going for it, but... Oh, wait, no, he's not. Oh, dear.
This is
I mean-
something you leave until after you've done Twin Rover, but it's one of those things where you go, okay, nothing's here.
Oh, wait,
It
what
is
were
one, it's one of those things where you go, okay, I'll just come back to this after I've done the dungeon, and then you realize
He peeked the hand. Sorry, I was like, why is he skipping? But he peeked the hand, obviously.
yeah.
So he's going to check Fairy Fountain and head over to GTG, almost certainly.
Well, he never checked the Colossus Fairy, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to do Colossus Fairy, and then he's going to go to GTG. He's going to reverse. Which...
Back to GTG?
Yeah, it's faster.
Oh, horseback archery, of course, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But he needs it to be daytime. That's why he's waiting around.
This is very maybe he's like, wait, if I just go to Lake, then time will advance while I ride Epona. It's possible he's going to think that. Don't think it's looking likely.
There's definitely something else you could be doing. Yeah, big pose. You could be doing big pose.
Yeah, big pose, exactly. There's plenty of things to get. This is extremely inefficient.
That's a great shout, Riley, in chat. Yeah, big pose gives you time. It's a check. And with how few checks you have left, like, surely Mr. Martin knows that that's something he needs to get on with.
Yeah, unless no, there's no hint. We know that.
It's not as if he's trying to buy Bomb Chew either and he's trying to get the rupee count. By the way, how often do you see the big lever?
Not often, not in Rando at least. And Martin is amusing it. Bonk. The big lever. What happens if you pull it?
I don't know, honestly.
Can you make multiple big levers spawn?
Maybe?
Well, it's morning now. This was interesting. Not sure if I agree with the play here, but you know.
I mean, I agree with horseback.
I agree with HBA. Yeah, for sure. But waiting here is not the play I agree with.
I have to imagine that Mr. Martin realized halfway through that, oh shit, I could have done that, but I'm here now.
Yeah, I imagine something like that. Look, we're 3 hours into a seed. At this point, your brain capacity, well, your brain performance is going to start degrading. You're 3 hours of non-stop focus. It's a bit more.
I mean, not so much for mental exhaustion, but the nerves, the dread that your opponent is just on his way to finishing the seed. Because as far as Mr. Martin's concerned, how long does it take? Like, if he finds Din's Fire and Kokiri Sword right now,
so risky. This backwalk always scares me.
If he finds Kokiri's Sword and Din's Fire right now, how much time do you think it is left until he finishes the seed?
Wait, sorry, who finds what?
If Mr. Martin found Din's Fire and Kokiri's Sword right now, how long do you think it is before he finishes?
Shadow Temple takes like 7 minutes, right?
7?
Something like that, right? Roughly?
No, it's longer than that.
Really? Yeah, okay. Deku Tree takes like... In his case, he can just Din's Fire to the bottom, right? So... But that's only if he finds Din's Fire first.
The point I'm slowly arriving at is that it's not even as if you find Go Mode and that's it, you're on your way to finishing soon.
He has a lot left to do.
And you're approaching the 3 hour mark, so it's a horrible place to be. Like, as a 1v1 racer on Restream, this is just the worst place to be.
Yeah, for both of these runners, I think they're just really not feeling good. Yeah, they hate this situation. They're not happy about this. If, in reality, though, this is still really close because as long as RyuuKane does not find that Kokiri Sword anytime soon, he starts doing the same checks Martin has been doing in the overworld all this time, it's not really going to amount to much, right? So.
Oh god, I'm just trying to think. Even if the Kokiri Sword is here, like, what does RyuuKane do instead of, like, other than like going back and doing bottom of the well for the Zelda's Lullaby Lock stuff? And I guess he's also got Death Mountain Crater as well.
Yeah, I mean,
all that stuff.
Oh, Martin opting to do it with the pots. This is the safe and slow way.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, safe and slow is just the way to go.
Yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, I would say, at this point in the game.
Oh my goodness, of course. Riley points out too. We still have... RyuuKane could still think it's Deep Fire.
Oh yeah, there's still some checks
think
there.
About it. Zora River's on the path to a hook shot.
Oh, he needs to hit everything here. Oh, and he doesn't. He needed to aim down a bit. Oh, that sucks. Oh my god, there it is.
Wow! He saved time, calculated. Okay,
sort of, not really, because he's gonna do it again. Oh no, he's not. Or it.
Wait, well, you're right. Yeah, he does need to do it again because
He needs Dins. He's
Yeah.
like, where is that Dins fire? Fuck 1500, but he doesn't know that. The question now is, okay, listen, the thing is that RyuuKane is going to spawn right outside of Spirit Temple right now.
He's not going to reverse and do horseback archery.
We don't know for sure if he's not going to do that, though.
That is 2 checks which take a long time to get to versus 2 quick checks in the crater and the trail. He still hasn't done Link for Goron.
Yeah, that's true. That's 3 checks in close proximity.
And I'm guessing if that's the case, he also hasn't done the maze in Goron City. I don't see RyuuKane going back to
He's on the maze
for a while.
He's on the maze. He speaks as a child, remember? He flipped onto the chest.
Okay.
So that's even going Deku.
Yep.
This is what happens next on RyuuKane's side is going to make the deciding factor. If he decides to go child again, I think Martin is probably going to win. Like, he's going to go DMC, obviously, as an adult. That's so obviously a check you want to go do. But after that, I'm not sure. Like, there's a lot of options here for RyuuKane to just start wasting a lot of time doing checks that we already know are just dead. But if he decides for some reason to go to GTG or to horseback archery for whatever reason, or just decides to stay adult and do adult checks first.
This is RyuuKane's race to lose. Put it that way.
Yes, exactly. But I think the question is, the obvious choices for RyuuKane right now involve going child, which we know is a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
So while this is race to lose, I feel like the information he has and the checks that are available to him will push him towards going child. DMC child, that's my prediction.
Yeah, it's gonna be DMC into Trail into Goron City.
Yeah, and then after Goron City, he's going to go into Lost Woods and check the fairy fountain in Zora's domain, right? For sure, like, because he knows he needs to check that still. It's orphaned, and that will be the quickest way to get there. It's kind of on the path there. It's interesting. I feel like
it's tense. It is.
Yeah. No, this is the second time in a row we're catching a stream together where it really is kind of hard to say who's ahead and like where the seed flipped in whose favor. Remember last time we also just kind of went like, So at this point it's looking like the other person's going to win, but I'm not really sure why.
Like, there's so few I guess, like, on paper, the decision to go back to Water Temple for 1 check sounds very unappealing, and I can understand why people would say no. But you think about how little Mr. Martin has left.
There's almost nothing left for Mr. Martin.
It's not going to take him long to be funneled into having to do Water Temple. What's happening here? He must have been too far away from the scrub initially.
Yeah. Let's consider. Oh yeah, this is not going to be GTG, is it? He's going to DMC, and then
well, of course he's going to go DMC.
Yeah, of course, but yeah.
Why would you reverse and do horseback archery?
The only reason you might do that is because you think like, well, I'm here now. Any option is as terrible as any other. I might as well check.
But you're not here. You're not. That's the thing. Like, you're not.
No, yeah, you still have to reverse. But there's the first wind. Of course, that's always at the end. The seat. Yeah, fuck that. After Martin is done with Deku Tree, let's consider what checks does he still have left in Logic? Well, he has everything in Logic at this point, but except for Shadow Temple, but he's never gonna get there anyway. What does he still have? He has Big Pose. He has Chess Minigame.
Yeah. Point about Big Pose as well is another reason why, if you're gonna go do horseback archery, just do Big Pose at the same time. Like,
because now there's an adult check that he has to eventually come back for.
Hey Jess, Melrose, happy 3 hours.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy 3 hours. Yeah, we are aware, by the way. We are aware.
Yeah, time is flying.
Don't think that went unnoticed. We know.
But yeah, like as a child, what child checks does he have left at this point? I don't think there's anything.
The worst thing for Mr. Martin would be if Song of Time is on. Wait, so okay, no, it doesn't make a difference because River Chess is hinted dead. So
Yeah, there's nothing. He knows there's nothing behind Song of Time. That's not a thing he's going to fall into.
yeah,
And honestly, it would have been better if there was if River Chest wasn't hinted at all, because then at least you have 2 reasons to go to Water Temple.
that's the problem. River Chess being hinted's kind of killing the motivation to go over.
Yeah, it does. But like seriously though, it doesn't even matter. I think the only child check he has left, I believe, actually is chess minigame. The Water Temple is like he doesn't have many options. Water Temple is inevitable for him at this point. This will be a sub 4C chat for sure. Like, there's no way. Like, RyuuKane is not gonna spend an hour doing overworld checks.
I would bet money that you're not going to see a more than 4 hour.
Okay, that was a 1 cycle. I don't think a 4-hour seed in brackets is going to happen.
No, I would put money on there never being a seed that takes more than 4 hours.
Yeah, in quals, there's probably someone that went over 4 hours, and I wouldn't be surprised it happened maybe in Challenge Cup, but those Iron Boots. RyuuKane doesn't like them. Because, there's still things in Water Temple he hasn't checked, right?
But Iron Boots doesn't make a difference to him, honestly.
Doesn't it?
No.
Does he have all the keys that he knows that there's still a key left in Water Temple or something?
Well, he checked. Well, he did to check.
Alright, so where's Martin going next?
He's going adult.
Yeah, but then what's he gonna do? Pose into, and then what?
He might be setting time of day to do
chess minigame?
Chess minigame, because you don't have Sun Song, right?
That's right, yeah. And going to Ganon's castle will make it nighttime immediately.
Yeah. Or he might be hoping this is Sun Song. This is either Sun Song or Song of Time.
Yep. It's Sun Song.
Okay, it's Sun Song. So I suspect Mr. Martin's going to put the sword down immediately and go do chess minigame.
No, he's going to get the other song as well, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure why. What do you need Song of Time for? Other than, of course, the dive in the toilet.
Well, it's in the... Yeah.
Oh no. God, every option is just so bad. Of course, this check...
We're idiots. We are absolute idiots.
Of course. I completely forgot about this one, Melrose.
It's literally called the Stun Grave. Okay, never. Sorry, everybody.
He didn't pick up Strength 3, so yeah, going to Ganon's castle, but he could still do it for the same time of day. But it doesn't matter. He has all songs in the game now, so. Yeah, well, this is nothing. Melrose, for real though, there's not many options left for him. Yeah, he's not going to pick up Song of Time. He doesn't need it. Like, what's it going to do for him? And it's nighttime now after he played that, right?
This is one of 2 things. He's gonna do big. Okay, this is a big Poe play.
Yeah. What's he gonna do after that? Is he? I don't think he's going to do.
He either goes back child and does treasure chest minigame, or he goes Water Temple. And
I think he goes Water Temple. I don't think he's going to bother with because he can avoid an age change that way, right? If he goes to Water Temple first. Then he can just go child. Then he knows he has to go child. There's nothing else left for him at that point.
Well, he can save scum the age change.
Yeah, that's true, but
and
still takes time.
You spawn in. Wait, where's adult spawn again? I forget.
Wasn't it in? It was the post. It's literally a big post room.
Oh,
we're
cool.
right beside it.
Well, yeah, just save scum your age and you're golden.
Sure. Actually, you know what, Melrose? That would have been pretty clever, but Martin didn't do that, and I got a feeling he might. What's he gonna do next? That's a big question. He's gonna turn it in, obviously.
If I was Mr. Martin, I would be saving here, going child, doing chess minigame, or I'd make it nighttime here at least.
The fact he's not making it.
So that makes me think he's not going to bother with chess minigame.
I think that's his last thing. I don't think he wants to go child again if he can afford it. Because it's still, you still have to do the cutscene and everything, right? It's still pretty slow. And chess minigame is... I think this might be... Okay, no, we're going child, I guess. He should make a save, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to sit here and say, hey, ahead of time, you could have made it dark, you could have made it nighttime, but I'm not the one who's 3 hours deep into a 1v1 against a really good
and he is like in his mind right now, this situation is so shit in general. By the way, he's like, God, my opponent must be like close to finishing too, because he knows like there's no way that he is also not very close to like having all checks done at this point, because he does not underestimate RyuuKane. He knows he's a good player, right? So.
Okay, RyuuKane is now pretty deep into his child cleanup. I don't see how Mr. Martin makes up the time to get Din's and clear Shadow and the time it takes for RyuuKane to go back adult, get the sword and go back.
I don't know. There's a lot of checks that he still has open to him, remember? I don't know, Melrose. You might be right, but...
Well, here's the thing. Horseback archery is 2 checks back to back. So even if it's not like a density play, it's a, well, this is 2 checks fair. I'm going to go do it.
My concern, though, Mel, is that it's probably going to be the last thing he checks.
Well, why? What else are you going to do?
Bottom of the well is still an option to him, right? So that's one thing. He still needs to check.
Okay, in that case, yeah, who's still... Okay, I didn't realize
There's quite a few things still open to him, is the problem.
That's interesting that he's doing this before the well, though.
Yeah, it is, but he'll go there next.
What do you think is on the end of chess minigame? I'm gonna say it's a heart. I'm saying it's arrows.
Nehru's love.
We saw. Oh, we haven't seen that, have we?
No, and that would be a pretty meme ending.
I don't want it to be a big chest and just irritate Mr. Martin. That's the worst.
All right, guys, it's right, left. That's my prediction. Oh, damn, I'm right.
Can you get the final one?
No, it's a bow.
Oh,
Oh, and he's save warping.
If you said center for the middle one, correct you are.
Center. Wow, good one. Yeah, now he's going back to bottom of the well.
Yeah, that makes sense too. I didn't realize he hadn't done this yet.
Yeah, there's still quite a lot he hasn't done yet, Melrose. That's the thing.
So, the water temple is the only thing, unless there's something I'm forgetting.
Yeah, that is all he has left. It's all he has left. Other than GTG, but I think he knows it's probably not there.
This is a
Close.
last location. Yeah, this is.
Oh wait, he's okay. Yeah, this is just faster, right? To lower the water.
This has to be last location for Mr. Martin. I can't think of a single thing he has left.
No, he has nothing left.
Right, we have a race.
We do. And I
Wait,
think
why
it's
does Tracker have Forest Medallion? Because he has the Forest Medallion? Am I missing something?
Yeah, Martin has done Decatry. He has the Kokiri sword. So that's another thing on RyuuKane's side. He's gonna have to age change quite a few times, right? Still, so he's gonna have to go back adult to get the Kokiri sword. He's gonna have to go child, and then he's gonna have to go adult again.
You have Prelude, man. It's like what?
It's not bad, but it's still like, it takes time. It's
like 40 seconds per age change. It's not terrible.
Yeah, and he has to do 3 of them at least, so that's almost 2 minutes. And then he has to go to Decatry, which is a minute of walking. It's not much, but it adds up. Then Decatry is like another 2 minutes. And he still has to find the Kokiri sword. And at this point, I'm pretty sure it's the last thing he's gonna find. Which is kind of funny, because I feel like both our races are gonna last location their items.
Well, at very least, I just hope that RyuuKane has the foresight to make sure time of day is good, so that when he arrives in the fortress, it's daytime for horseback archery.
Yeah.
That would be very unfortunate if that's the case.
And he's like, oh, here it is. Here it is. No. It's a wallet. The eye roll. I get it. This is a frustrating seat at this point.
This is miserable for both our races.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's... Wait.
No, our runners are not having fun. They're having the opposite. Oh, he's going adult. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
There's nothing else. There's chess minigame, but...
He's not going for it because time of day is not good for him, yeah. Where is he gonna go? That's the big question. If he goes to HPA immediately, I think he's going to win.
It has to be HPA. He's got nothing else.
Yeah, then he wins. I'm pretty certain.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Martin is about to arrive to... There, he sees it. He's like, okay, well, there it is. Martin plays on VC, so he's probably gonna have an easy...
Oh no, it's Deep Fire! It's Deep Fire, of course!
Oh god!
completely
Oh, then
forgot.
I think Martin wins.
I think Martin's got this. Yeah.
Yeah, this is time consuming. This is gonna be at least 5 minutes. Then we have to do the age changes. Then we have to go clear Deku. I think this is a game.
I think you're right. Yeah, Martin's got this. I don't know if it's.
We mentioned this, Mel. I'm surprised we didn't
Okay,
think of this ourselves.
let's inspect this. You cannot go mode Shadow Temple because
Why not?
there's small
the
keys
keys.
in the back.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's not as if you're gonna save time on that front.
No, but he can at least use for his win to, do some rooms a little quicker. It's not much, but it's the small things do. He's actually equipping the Lens of Truth. He's just not taking any risks.
Meanwhile, RyuuKane didn't open up the shortcuts in Fire Temple, so he's got to do all this over again.
He's got to climb all the way up. That's the last chest.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. We know it's the very last chest in the dungeon, and he's gonna check Pierre for sure, right? So that's also time that's gonna be spent doing.
Yeah, he's got a Scarecrow song. It's not as if it's going to be pixel shots, so it shouldn't take that long.
No, but it's getting up there still. Like I would say, a half a minute or so in walking time. My point is, no, at this point, every second starts to count, minutes especially, and there's a lot of minutes that he's going to be spending here right now, and age changing and doing Deku. Well, Martin is in go mode right now.
Again, the age changes really don't make a difference, but I do
minutes.
think
I think it matters. At this point, those minutes
it
matter.
matters now for sure. I mean, yeah, but like it's not worth treating it as if if it was Nocturne for age changes, then yeah, absolutely. That's like a minute and a half each time. That would just kill you. But
I don't know.
I really don't think the age changes with Prelude is that big a time sink because
it's not
it's
a big time
it's
sink,
not
but
worth over-exaggerating over it.
I don't agree. I think at this point in the seat, age changes could literally be the difference between winning and losing.
No, that's not true at all.
All right. Well, how long does an age change? Let's say 30 seconds. I think that's on the generous side, but let's say 30 seconds.
It's more than that. It's about 35 seconds between pulling out the Ocarina and
Pulling the Ocarina out again to warp again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 35 seconds times 3. That's still like, I don't know. That's 1 minute. That's more than a minute and a half. At this point, that's a lot. Like just for age changing, right? Like that's the thing. That's just time spent changing ages, which is actually just time spent doing basically nothing. I don't know, Melrose. I feel like also a nice use of reverse wind there, by the way. Just shaving off just a couple seconds.
Although, does Mr. Martin play in VC? If he does,
He does.
Yeah, that's quicker. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He's a VC gamer, just like you, Melrose. Just like a lot of us, except me and RyuuKane. RyuuKane playing on Bisshawk, by the way, my man.
What?
Yeah, he's playing on Bisshawk for sure. I recognize the FPS counter in the input display. This is definitely Bisshawk. There's nothing wrong with Bisshawk. If you have a good computer that can run it, it's a perfectly capable emulator. People in chat are still hopeful. People in chat still think that RyuuKane can win this. And you know what, chat? If you are rooting for RyuuKane, I really hope you're right. But I don't see it anymore at this point. I think time-wise, it just doesn't add up to me. My prediction is that Martin is going to finish, I'd say 1 to 2 minutes faster than RyuuKane. But we'll see. That's why I'm putting so much emphasis on the age changes. I think that's literally the time difference, but we'll see.
Martin had to do those age changes as well. It's not as if...
Yeah, but not anymore. Like, I'm just counting from this point on. I'm just counting, like, how much time do they have left on their respective tasks to get to Ganondorf. And
Well, then at this point, we're saying, oh, consider how long it takes to get from SFM to Deku Tree, you know?
Yeah, that also, but that's what I also count in. Like,
But that doesn't make a difference, because Mr. Martin's done that as well. It doesn't make a difference unless it's something that they've done.
Okay, I explained it wrong.
Right?
I get it. I explained it wrong. I'm not talking about the difference in their gameplay. I'm just talking about, like, okay, how many minutes does RyuuKane have left, and how many minutes does Martin have left to clear the seed? And I feel like RyuuKane has more time to spend than Mr. Martin. And if it wasn't for the age changes, I think RyuuKane could win. But the age changes are obviously unavoidable. So that's why I think it's going to cost him more time. Does that make sense?
I mean, ultimately, the bigger picture is Mr. Martin was just more efficient, and he managed to get his checks done quicker and in a better order.
Sure. Yeah, you can put it that way too. Yeah, of course. That's definitely what it is.
Like, we're not going to hold RyuuKane accountable because he did more age changes than Mr. Martin did.
No, of course not. No. That's definitely not what I meant to say with that, for sure. Oh, there it is, RyuuKane. There's your Kokiri sword. Damn, this is going to be really close, though.
I don't know. Mr. Martin's moving. He's
going fast. Oh, that's a Zord tunic, right? That's not a Kokiri sword. I was confused for a second. We know where it is.
This is probably chess minigame as well.
No.
Oh, he hasn't done Big Po, has he? No. Okay, so this is probably Big Po into horseback archery. Please make sure your time of day is good, RyuuKane. Come on, my man.
I think he's okay. I think it's nighttime right now.
If it's nighttime right now, he needs to get this Big Po done
fast.
Fairly quickly, not immediately quickly.
Oh, no. Ooh, Martin, no. Doesn't matter that much, but, it sucks. This looks like nighttime to me. It's hard to tell around here, isn't it?
If it's just... this bit of the game is pretty odd.
And it's... Come on, clouds, go away. Show us happy blue sky. Well, show us happy nighttime skies, actually.
I think it's just daytime.
It's daytime, yep.
Right, I'm nervous for RyuuKane. I
think it's going to be nighttime by the time he gets to Gerudo Valley. That's what I'm worried about. Oh, no, it's going nighttime now. I think he's good.
No, but if it's nighttime now, then he's going to have to wait.
Do you think so? I don't think so. I think it's literally just going to become morning by the time he gets to Gerudo Valley.
Like, if I don't have Sun Song and I don't want to do horseback archery, I'll set time of day outside Ganon's castle, and it's just turning morning by the time I approach. But you still gotta wait like a few seconds.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that sucks. I don't want to know what's going through RyuuKane's mind right now, but it's gonna have to feel fucking horrible.
Well, for both of them.
Yeah, but I think it's worse for RyuuKane because he's still looking for an item. Mr. Mars at least in go mode. He's like, in his perspective, he can now realize that both Kokiri's sword and Din's fire are in terrible positions, and there's a good chance that RyuuKane is running into the same issues he did. Yeah, so at least he's like, at this point, it's out of his hands. He's in go mode. He's just gonna finish the season. Whatever. But for RyuuKane, it's like, where's that Kokiri sword? Where's that Kokiri sword? He's just stressing out at this point.
Well, that's the worst thing for Mr. Martin, too. This dungeon takes so long to beat.
Yeah, but it's out of his hands. At this point, there's nothing he can do anymore.
Yeah, but that just makes it worse, because you're just staring at the race time move now, thinking, oh god, when's it, like...
Is that worse than being in a position where you're age changing to do chess minigame, by the way? Though I don't know if that's the worst situation.
I just feel like when you're this far into... Also, this is unfortunate for RyuuKane as well. He's not only is he not doing horseback archery,
time of day is... He
just realized time of day is a factor too, yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't go to Ganon's castle first to set it to nighttime. This is so unfortunate.
He's just going to wait it out. And it just turned... Actually, no, it didn't just turn daytime. It's okay, yeah, we're fine.
It just turned morning, didn't it?
Now, did anyone notice if RyuuKane saved before turning back child?
I think so. Right, it was turning nighttime. Never mind. Okay, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that's fine.
This might actually be faster than going to Ganon's castle, maybe? No, probably not, but it doesn't make a big difference, I think.
Well, I don't think he made this play with the intention of it being faster. I think he just forgot that he doesn't have Sun Song, and it's...
Yeah. Well, this is nothing. Well, left, right, left, right. Oh, I'm out. Rip. All the lefters are out. It's all down to the people that started with right. think there's only one person still in. No, 2. 3. Never mind. Most people are out though. And Martin is on the boat. At this point, even if the Kokiuso was here, I don't think there's any chance for RyuuKane to win. Because he is gonna be done with Shadow Temple by the time RyuuKane even gets to Goma, I think. What an unfortunate ending to this race, I think.
I mean, God, the worst thing for RyuuKane, honestly, is just how many big chests there've been.
Yeah,
And
this is just... Yeah, and every time, yeah.
It's...
What a fucking horrible feeling, right? This has... Oh, has he not done this? Well, ice arrows for you. Not a great thing to find, I will assume. Yeah, he has to be... I mean, I don't want to be presumptuous, but I don't think we're going to be getting an interview with RyuuKane tonight. And I wouldn't blame him. Honestly, it's almost 4 o'clock for him. This has been a horrible seed. It's probably...
That would have been a big chest too as well if that was a visible...
Yeah, exactly. I told you, like, they're both gonna last location it. Like, but Martin was just a more efficient player, I think, out of the 2 of them. Routed faster, did his checks faster, made less mistakes, and that's the difference we're seeing now in time. Because both runners basically 100% at their seats, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, they both last location it, but it's a different one for each of them. Oh well.
This really has all the hallmarks of a truly terrible 1v1 seed, honestly. It's pretty miserable.
It's a miserable seed, and I think that became pretty clear early on when we kind of started to see how the logic for the hints started to fit together. And I think it was confirmed when we saw that Din's Fire in Water Temple. We knew this was fucking terrible. Melrose, I feel like this is a callback to Season 4. Remember how many times the fucking Din's Fire was in Water Temple?
I don't, actually.
You don't? You don't remember you lost 2 quals to that? Like, one was on Dark Link.
Well, I tried to forget Season 4 for those specific reasons.
Sorry, Melrose, but yeah, I just... that reminded me of it. I was like, oh yeah, Din's Fire in Water Temple. What a meme. Oh, it was Hovers, but regardless, something in Water Temple, right?
There's always something there.
Yeah,
I mean, there was something here today, too.
Yeah. Oh, Martin?
What was it? That was very intriguing.
This is what we call a 330 mistake.
Oh, he's going for a Gano on top of a... That was interesting.
Yeah, interesting, yes. But, I mean, a waste of time, honestly.
Obviously, showing off. It's still worth mentioning that Martin is probably losing his mind at how late it's getting and no one's finished yet.
He is looking at that clock going crazy at this point.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went for the gain in the first place, to be truly honest with you.
The gain? The what, sorry?
Oh, so the gainer, sorry, I'm borrowing terminology from Majora's Mask, but apparently it's a real life thing as well. A gainer is when you do a standing backflip.
Oh, really?
And
alright, okay.
But I believe it's with the intention of, it's mostly about vertical height. I think, yeah. I thought gainer was just a term we used for Majora's Mask, but no, it turns out gainer is just a real life application of that word as well.
That's the day we learned. Not a 1 cycle, but that's okay. I mean,
a forward moving backflip. Thank you. Okay, yeah.
Man, this is... Melrose, I want to be happy for Mr. Martin because obviously it's the guy I'm rooting for. Even though RyuuKane I like as a person as well and as a runner. But I just can't feel happy about this for either of them, honestly. It's just a miserable experience for both players.
It's a shame that this ended up in the losers bracket, this seed.
Yeah, I 100% agree. This is not this is honestly a terrible seed to go out on. Because you're already so frustrated, and despite his frustrations, he knows he's still in it, right? Like, at least he thinks he's there. Like, Martin hasn't finished, so it's still possible. But in your mind, you feel like just like shit, really.
You're just deprived of any sort of motivation. I don't know. It's you can't really recall these moments you feel when you're when you're sort of like down to your last check and you get that item and no one's finished yet. It's a really it's very cautious optimism because you don't want to be optimistic because you feel like you have no right to assume there's a chance for you to win, but no one's finished yet, so you gotta see past that and think, well, I just gotta keep going because what's the worst that happens? I don't win.
And if this was a weekly or just a practice race, you'd have forfeited long ago. You'd be like, fuck this garbage seed. This isn't worth my time.
I mean, it's good for your mentality if you don't forfeit these seeds. That's one thing I'm learning every day.
Yeah, Marco never forfeits seeds, from what I understand. He always plays them to completion. So... But yeah. I would have quit this seed 2 hours ago, probably. But that's just me. I always quit when the seed gets annoying. But yeah, this is... Was this a good seed? The poll is split 50-50. With 20 votes for yes and 19 for no. ...
And like another reason why I want to hate on the seed a little bit is because there was such a hard-locked bottleneck in that long shot in Jabu.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did they have to struggle through that bottleneck, they had to struggle through finishing the seed in the first place. It's just so mentally taxing. It's not pleasant.
This is terrible. I think I get where the split vote comes from, though. I think as a spectator, this is a pretty entertaining seed because from beginning till the end, this is exciting to watch. You're like, okay, who's gonna find it first? Every chest is exciting. Every big chest makes you go like, oh, this could be it. But if you're a runner, to play this seed is probably, and I think all the no votes that the poll got are probably people who actually, play OoTR a lot and are just putting themselves in the perspective of the runners and like, I'm so glad I'm not playing this. I'm so glad I'm not playing this. That's what they're thinking right now. Because this is the worst, honestly. I don't play a lot of Zooter, but I know enough to know that this is just what you would call a dog shit garbage seed, honestly.
I don't want to put words in RyuuKane's mouth, but I also imagine he's pretty happy to see the back of Season 5.
Yeah, it's the settings just haven't been really his thing. It's kind of what I've been getting from him. It's just not what he's been enjoying, and you've mentioned that as well at the start of the commentary.
Yeah, these settings just for whatever reason just don't seem to mesh with his skill set because he's a phenomenal racer. You're gonna see him again in Season 6 with a much higher seed than what you see.
Well, if he plays in Season 6, of course, that always remains to be seen with people. But let's assume he does. Yeah. I think RyuuKane is one of those people.
I hope he comes back. He's too good of. He's an
excellent runner. Yeah,
he's an excellent runner. He's a good personality. The community is better because people like him are in it, and it's always a shame if that's not the case. Though.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I really, I mean, this is still, a year from now. This is water under the bridge. You're gonna have forgotten about this horrible seed. And I'm definitely never gonna remind him of it either, because this seed needs to be buried, honestly. Buried deep beneath the ground where we will never see it again. Thrown into Mount Mordor. Get out of
I don't know if Mr. Martin even wants to progress. He might just say, nah, man, fam, fuck that. How many years of his life do you think this has took off?
In terms of stress for both runners, I think they've probably lost a couple of years. Yeah, this is just the worst experience. I'm not even happy to commentate this anymore. At this point, I just feel terrible for our players. But it is about to end. We are indeed in our final fight with Ganondorf on Mr. Martin's side. There's no question that at this point he's won. But yeah. What is there left to say, Melrose, at this point? I think we've said everything there is to say.
I mean, the mental fatigue, again, creeping in there, not getting the one cycle on Ganondorf, probably a mixture of nerves, tiredness, exhaustion.
At this point, Martin's like, there's a good chance I might win this, because he's probably, in his mind, thinking that RyuuKane has probably fallen into the same traps as he is.
Nah, you're looking at the race time like a hawk hunting
Of course,
it's
but there's...
horrible.
Yeah, but my point was more like, while he was in Shadow Temple, he probably expected that finish to come anytime. At this point, it's like, there's a shot now, and that's probably even a worse feeling, honestly.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the person. Me personally, I'm always just dreading the snipe. I hate this feeling, honestly.
I know Martin a bit...
It's so difficult to not look at race time, but...
True. I know Martin as a player. I think he's probably
That's a
close to race
personal
time
thing.
at this point. Yeah, it's a personal thing, but I think knowing him, I think he's probably close at this point. I think he's close in Shadow Temple, honestly. Knowing him, he's the kind of person who just puts it away and is like, you know what? I'm in go mode. Nothing I can do at this point really makes a difference. I'm just going to finish the seed and I'll see what happens at that point.
I mean, if you can push through that urge to look at race time, then power to you. You're a stronger mentally fortitude person than I am fortified. You're stronger than I am.
Mental fortitude, yeah.
But I said fortitude as if it was a verb, so I said fortitude.
Oh,
which,
okay, yeah.
Which I should have let you just went along with it. Like, yeah, I was right, but no.
Getting hit by the Ganondorf swing there. It's just the signs of that these players are just done with it, really. And yeah, who can blame them? This is taxing for sure.
Here we go. We're on the last leg now.
Yep. Just 2 more hits on the tail. 1 more hit, and then I think we're done. Oh wait, no, I thought he already hit it once before. Okay.
I don't remember how many hits it is, honestly.
Huh?
I know it's 3 for the hammer, but for the second bit, I think it's 5. It's probably 5.
Oh, I thought it was just 3 at the second part as well. Never mind then.
I'm too nervous thinking about the race win. I don't pay attention to how many hits I'm turning.
All right.
Everybody
Anyway,
get
your GGs in chat. And
this was an Iron Man marathon of a seed, and
this was this is not a race. This was a marathon. I would definitely say that much.
But congratulations to Mr. Martin.
Yeah, he finishes with a time of 3 hours, 32 minutes, 54 seconds, and 49 milliseconds. I think that's probably the longest bracket race we've had so far.
And I believe I heard the ping of someone joining chat. Hello,
Welcome, Mr. Martin. GG.
Yeah.
No, GG's.
GG, if we can really call it that. I don't think this feels like a GG. If I'm
Man, I was so done with that seed like a long time ago.
yeah, and also RyuuKane, welcome.
GG RyuuKane.
Yeah.
Yo,
GG, I
GG's.
guess. First of all, I just want to say sorry that you guys had to go through that terrible affair of a seed. I don't think anyone really enjoyed that.
To be fair, I don't think the seed was too bad, honestly. It's just that I played like shit, and yeah, I got too tilted, actually. And
I think
what
Water
did that
Temple was
lost
kind of the
it.
breaking point in that regard, right?
No, it was even earlier than that. Because the thing is, I've been practicing for this match for the last 2 to 3 days, and I think it's the 3rd seed in a row that I get the freaking boomerang in deeper fire.
Hmm.
And Jabu has 3 items, so I was like, okay, fuck this game. And from there, yeah, everything went to shit. I missed so much execution stuff as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Martin, how do you mirror his words there? The seed wasn't too bad, but just unfortunate rooting on your half.
No, it was bad. I didn't like that at all. That was,
Yeah, it was
so
terrible.
bad.
Yeah.
At least for me, it was pretty bad. Like, you gotta do chicken so you know you're in logic to go Jabu.
Hmm.
I just assumed there was something in chickens that logged Jabu.
Yeah, well, the gold skill eventually ended up being there, and I imagine by the time you entered GTG and you found a skill there, you probably realized that the skill had to be in logic for magic. But you know, who cares?
Magic, I don't care.
The magic was on the lab dive, so the gold skill had to be somewhere.
Yeah, the thing is, you weren't locked at that point. When I was locked, was when I had everything for Jabu, but not a way to enter domain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm like, why would I go Jabu there?
Right. Yeah. Well, the skill had to be somewhere for that as well. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, and I assumed Deku was locking CL, so I was like, I need to find the sword.
Yeah, most of us thought that until we entered GTG and we found a lens there, and I was like, oh, actually, now things start to make a lot more sense.
Yeah, after I did Jabu and I got all the items, I was like, yeah, it's there.
Yeah, long shots, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of the item that just locked everything in the seed, ironically enough, because the moment you enter GTG and you find the crossing, everything kind of opens up at that point. Because you get CL and stuff.
Yeah, the seed really is. Oh, you go ahead, Mr. Martin. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was so forehead when I did water when I got my boss key, and I'm like, yeah, I can get out of here.
Oh yeah, and then you have to go back for that dense fire. That must have felt pretty shit.
I did want to ask you about, because most of the questions I have concern the bottleneck that led to the long shot. If you can cast your mind back far enough to where now was all playing now, obviously in the most recent memory, we're thinking about the awful hunts for Din's Fire and Kokiri Sword. But yeah, that long shot bottleneck, I'm interested to ask why you dipped towards Temple in the first place. Did you realize you didn't have Zelda's Lullaby? Were you hoping for Zelda's Lullaby being Colossus and it was just a case of getting the stones out the way? What was the thinking behind that?
Yeah, that was the same idea. I was expecting to be able to finish Deku, so I'm going through hookshot locked checks.
And then by the time you'd done all that and you realized you'd done Water Temple to kind of no avail, be honest, when you were in Spirit Temple and you began to realize there were no small keys on the outside, were you relieved? Were you happy? Because it's like, oh, I've already done some of Water Temple, so it negates some of the time
I
loss.
was happy. Yeah, I was happy at that point.
Okay. Because I imagine RyuuKane wasn't. Were you?
I really wasn't, but not for the same reason, actually. Because on my end, I didn't have the iron boots. I somehow managed to dodge Link the Goron until like it was my fifth to last check or something. And the thing is, I got the scale really early. So I went to lap dive and got the magic. I was like, okay, that's really pog. Because that scale is actually out of the way, the one in Shakens. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, okay, that is only good if this is not 80, because if it's 80, Martin's gonna do water, and he's probably gonna do lap dive as well. Then I see there's no key, I'm like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I hate to bring this back up, but for both of you guys, you both ended up pretty much last locationing the items that you needed. Martin found the Dim's Fire, I think literally the last check he had available, aside from stuff that we knew was nothing.
I had outside Ganon's castle.
Yeah, literally, and we knew that was nothing, but you didn't. But I think that was literally the only thing you had left, and I think you still had a couple of things more left, RyuuKane, but pretty much the last thing really that was.
I'm pretty sure the only thing I have left is 1500.
Yeah, yeah. You both of you didn't get it first try, but that's fine. What I wanted to ask is though, I mean, I hate to bring this moment back up, but what was going through your heads like during the like that final search for the item? Because I imagine Bo, you were looking at race time and we're going like, damn, he hasn't finished yet. I'm still looking for an item. Like it must have been horrible, right?
My thoughts were, please just finish.
Okay, that's mirrored here.
But how do you guys handle like such a situation? Do you like just hide race chat and just like once you hit go mode, you just like I'm just gonna go finish the seed and whatever. You know what happens, or do you keep an eye on race time?
I actually had my mouse ready to push the forfeit button. Oh yeah, the thing is, I did so much stuff that was unnecessary. I had so much backtracking to do. I felt like at any point Martin could win. And by the end, I was like, okay, what's the worst shit I have? So, because at that point, I was so fed up with the seed. It was either, okay, I'm winning on the miracle, or I'm just going to lose because I did something.
Yeah.
Real quick, was there a French restream for this? Because if it is, we might want to let RyuuKane go so he can go.
Yeah, there actually is one, yeah.
There is one? Okay, should we wrap this up for you, RyuuKane, so we can let you be interviewed by them? And we'll...
Any final thoughts or things you want to say?
Well, I want to ask the question, when it comes to the Water Temple looking for items, did the River Chest hint play a part in not wanting to do Water Temple? I guess this is mostly a question for Mr. Martin, because as far as he's concerned, there was still one item left in Water Temple, but there was two, but one was hinted as a River Chest, so that must have made Water Temple such an unappealing play in the grand scheme of things. But did that factor into you at all, RyuuKane, or were you just happy to be doing more checks in general?
Well, thing is, I was really, really not happy with how I was playing that seed, so I was just doing, okay, there's checks here, I'm going there.
Fair.
And yeah, I was really so tilted. I I think at some point I just shut down my note sheets and then just rolled with whatever I had left.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well,
I'm not gonna-
RyuuKane, I apologize for breaking you in this with the seed.
It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it was bound to happen anyway.
We're going to wrap it up here. GG to both of you, Mr. Martin and RyuuKane. Does someone have the bracket up to say who Martin's going up against next?
Yeah,
Mr.
good luck
Martin.
with Ikola, dude.
Yeah, Mr. Martin is up again.
Thank you.
It's only the number 1 seed equal us, so no biggie.
Oh, it's only
Yeah,
simple. So,
don't worry
yeah.
about it. That guy's free.
Hey, listen, if you believe, then it's definitely free.
Shout out again to our runners. Please follow them. They do amazing races. It's shout out to these two commentators, Jess and Melrose, keeping us entertained for this terribly long seed that I'm somehow rolled. Thank you to Kat and Shanox for tracking. Thank you for baseball for being the race monitor. And y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. We are going to go raid Zelda Speedruns 2 for the Freaky Friday race.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Good night.
Best of luck, Mr. Martin and RyuuKane. Good riddance to season 5, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. And now we're going into league, and yeah, it's gonna be the same shit as guys, I guess.
Well,
Okay,
hopefully not.
that's gonna do it for me. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.
Right.
Bye, GG's.